Hello, welcome to the Sunken World Saga. You have joined us in our third session, but the second episode that will be viewable by you, the viewer. So we are about to have our region info video play. That is just to give you all a clear indication towards what the sort of world is about, so that when we name things and mention where something's from, you all will have some type of context. So I am going to go to that now, and once that is over, we will jump into the actual game. So here you go.
There's a reason the trade lands are called such. We invented it. Beside my homeland sits the now shrunken lands of Zeshan. Oh, it's had a few hundred names since the days when its empire held much of the world. Smartest people in the world, Zesha. But you'd be smart too, if the first people to put up walls around a cluster of houses were your ancestors a few thousand years ago. If your kid's talented or smart, that's why you'll be one to send them. If you take trade and commerce seriously, and want to get in good with Shah. Above Zeshan sits a nation that broke off its first empire. Ursamer was carved out a few hundred years ago in a holy war, and it now stands ruled by a council dictated by their priests. With a single god, we're lucky there are many aspects of the big man that different folk in Ursamer pray to. Different sides of one coin with which to trade, high to fight, or high to kill. There's more to it than that, but none that matter. Ursamer has many enemies, and no excess of allies. Now the Spicer Coast. Home. You want freedom? Coast is for you. Riches? The place to be. A life on the most beautiful waves the world can conjure? Well, you know where to look. My city, Shaltan, is the young and hungry lion eyeing the king on top of his hill. That's Caspecia, for now. That's where the bulk of the power and the alliance of the Spicer cities lie. Again, for now. There are others, but most of us operate under the same laws. Mainly the law of staying out of each other's way.
The South is difficult to explain to outsiders. They think it hot, that there are too many different groups to keep track of. But in Mana, my brother knows that our difference is our strength, that it is the sun that keeps us alive. In ancient days, the war of tribes made us strong and tempered us for the peace forged by my family. In every other world power, they are limited by infighting, ancient grudges of a people pretending to be one. In Mana, under our king, as once we were beneath the pharaohs of old, before the Zeshan came, we are many peoples standing together. To our north there is the Udhara Desert, and the tribes within serve as a useful buffer to the northern world. They are secretive, patrolling a desert in which anyone else would get lost. Little of them can be seen or known to outsiders, but somehow any time they step out of the dunes to speak with us, they know more about our side of the world than we can expect. To our east lie a pack of jungle nations banded into a kingdom, a shadow of our own. Young though they are, we know that we cannot ignore the threat they present. In battle they are fierce, and in trade they are deadly. No nation in the world ignores their goods, or their contracts. They will, however, be brought to heel. They're so worried about the color of their clothing, and what it means to their priests, that they can't keep focus very long on anything important. The Jade Kingdoms is a name given to our lands by what is now Zeshan millennia ago. The first thing traded between us and the First Empire was a pot of jade, so that is what they called us for thousands of years. But we don't worry. Let them call us what they like, and all their gold can become ours. My land, Shuhan, is the most powerful in the region. We are not constantly at war with ourselves, aside from a failed coup d'etat a few years ago, and our hand is within each region of Walhan, be it by trade or cultural deployment. None can resist what a Shuhan merchant or storyteller brings before them. Though Zeshan perhaps puts down trade laws in writing, they are born within the walls of the imperial palace. and they would have to be. All lands but two owe a great debt to our empire. Those lands are Shashan and Shuhan itself. What makes Shuhan work is not the blood in your veins given to you by your mother and father, but the fact that the sweat of those on the bottom rung actually get them somewhere. Much could be said about the land of Onkol. It has been at war with itself for some time, religious problems giving rise to civil unrest. The Sultan rules and serves as a valuable ally to the Emperor of Shuhan, but he fights with priests of two different faiths for the sins of his father. Too much to control, and with resources spread too far to control it. Still, it is a beautiful nation, and pieces they place around Walhard move in most unpredictable ways. The Desistrian steppe is home to nomads who ride horses and unleash clouds of arrows that spell death to any they find. They raid in Jashan, Onkol, and even in Shuhan. Luckily, they're just as likely to fight each other, and through a few supplies or weapons can be convinced to start new clan feuds. So the surrounding nations have always had one shared agreement that will never break: keep the clans at each other's throats. Because if they ever unified, the world would be theirs in the time it took their horses to ride to each corner.
On Wester Island, my people have lived for thousands of years alongside the Mushato, the Kiatoi, and the many groups of the South. Now the South has been absorbed by the Zolka, a group who came from a land as large as Walharn when they lost too many wars and found space they could find many victories. They have taken the mountain, the jungles, the plateaus, and absorbed the peoples they conquer into their ranks. An army with great power, better organized, and with wealth enough to trade with lands on the continent they've never seen. They expand and build and take in everything they find. If my people weren't strong, they would terrify me. My people are the Hakote. Once three tribes of humans, orcs, and elves, we came together in the face of the southern threat when they arrived. Once we were the Ha, the Ko, and the Te. Now we are one. Stories passed back by mercenaries or law speakers from my tribe that travel to the continent tell of nomads, riding tribes in flatland on the mainland of Walharn. And one thing is as true there as it is for the Hakote. Speed, the saddle, these are life. Without them we are lost. Without them we are the same as the people going around on their feet. And those people are for raiding. Like the Kiatoi. Forest people. Like us, they used to be many tribes, but came together in confederation when their forest began to die. One tribe, a tribe of wood elves, had the solution to save them. So the humans and dwarves and halflings agreed to follow them. If I were them, I'd have picked a tribe to lead that was better at fending off a few hundred Hakote on horseback. And finally, to the west, there's the Mushato. Mysterious fuckers. You can sometimes find them out in their villages, but most of them keep in the cliff villages against the Great Mountain, or stay below it. They're not too bad. Some of the prisoners we can take on raids pass a few poems around, and they're not too bad to listen to either. My father thinks we should start calling them our allies. Fight with them against the Zolka. I'm not sure I agree.
If you have to ask why the Green Kingdoms are called such, then you have clearly never been. Nowhere has better farmland or more beautiful scenery than Dasiro or our former rulers, the Hallandor Empire. Perhaps below the Artashan Mountains, the dwarves even grow in green gardens. We have no way of knowing. Artashan is the only kingdom in the world that is a single race. The dwarves there once were great friends to the entire world, but have drawn back of late. Now the only outsiders left below the mountain are traders from Axum in the south, and what the dwarves are doing below, well, they're not telling. Hallandor is the most dangerous nation in the entire world. Millions upon millions of trained soldiers, an infrastructure 1,000 years old, and a religion with no compunction toward killing. So they've grown in the last few decades again. They have never recovered from their greatest loss, Dasiro, their northern neighbor. All the columns and togas in the world won't make their elven emperors forget that. In my country, Dasiro, we are bound by ancient structures of honor. Our faith in the Holy Twins keeps us on a righteous path, and one that does not believe in the excess of the Hallandor Empire. Our knights defend our king, even when he is a sickly little boy like my younger brother. The peasants clamor at the feet of our nobility, as is natural, and new nobility defends the old to earn or secure their place in court. But greater than any trade or art we give the world is our holding back of the savages to our north in the form of the Yorn. They have always raided south, but our soldiers and knights keep them from reaching south of us by land.
Yorn is a land of heathen tribes that seek blood simply to see it run out of the bodies of the defenseless. Savages that raid on foot or by their long boats. They killed my people for generations of autumns and springs. You'll find all the races save for halflings and elves, but don't expect an orc from Yorn to let an orc from Hallandor off easy in a raid. Their way is killing. Even when they were conquered by a white dragon for hundreds of years, still they killed millions. Now, because of my father, they are free. But still they raid and kill and worship their disgusting gods. My kingdom, Dalryoth, was founded by refugees from devastation millennia ago. We were a people who cowered from the raids coming from our west and begged for help from the people from the south. Help never came, until at once my father received word from new gods, and found the scattered fangs and scales of a silver dragon defeated by the white who ruled the Yorn tribes. My father forged the hammer I now wield, and struck the dragon down, becoming ruler of a new land changed by the Light Father and Light Mother. The South never helped us when we needed it, but now they will receive my aid in the form of salvation from eternal hell. In their worship of disgusting heathen gods, they risk hellfire. The fire I bring will seem like a hot day if they do not submit.
Hey everybody, welcome back. We get a few seconds of seeing what happens when you have a YouTube channel that you don't subscribe to anything and have not watched a single YouTube video. Everybody feel free to unmute. Come on back.
I'm back.
Hello.
Hello. I didn't hear one hello there. I'm a little worried.
Oh, we all said it.
Whoa. Oh, okay. I've heard them
we're
all.
here.
I didn't want to call anybody in particular out. So I am going to once again welcome everybody to the stream. I'm sure that there were some people who joined in the middle of that weird video and didn't quite understand what was going on. But this is the Sunken World.
It's not weird. Don't give yourself so little credit, Ben. It's fantastic world building. Thank you.
It's called lore.
Thank you. Thank you all. This is the Sunken World Saga. It is a D&D live stream, and the thing about it that is, to everyone who I've told about it who knows a lot about being a dungeon master, the thing about it that makes it seem like a ridiculous thing that no one should decide to do is there are 8 people who are players in this campaign, and each of them have 2 characters.
As a 15-year dungeon master, this is an absurd
Well,
I would
undertaking, and I applaud you for it.
I'm glad that you think that.
So brave.
But what we're doing is there are 8 players with 2 characters each. So far, each of our 2 sessions have introduced each of the players, and they have introduced their adventurer character. Each person has an adventurer and a knight, and you have joined us on the introduction of the first group of knights.
It's night-night.
It's night-night. That is a good... If we develop any fans, that'll be something we can brand.
Actually, I don't know if you can. I think it is a Sims thing, I believe.
Well, then, never mind. All right, well, we've just been sued.
That's what you say to your child when you put them to bed.
I think we could take on EA, personally.
I have gotten 2 cease and desists from PetSmart, so I don't think we want to get up in EA's business.
Oh yeah, we should mention this is brought to you by PetSmart.
This is brought to you by PetSmart. This time I have to follow all of their rules, but they said that Brian is allowed to say whatever he wants.
Okay, good. The only thing that'll cease tonight is your dog's hunger.
That's why you're the best in the biz, Brian.
Thank you.
But I am going to have each of the players reintroduce themselves to the listening audience and say the name of their characters. And I'm going to do it in the order that I wrote it down, which is not alphabetical, but we'll start with Sybil.
It's favoritism. I'm Emmy, and I play Sybil, a half-elf bard.
Okay. Then it is Sebastian.
Hello, I'm Sebastian, a half-elf rogue.
Then we have Stevie. Sorry. Oh,
My name's Brian.
I'm
Hi,
sorry,
I'm Brian.
Hi, Brian. Then we have Stevia.
Hello, my name is Zach, and I play Stevia Karnan, a Goliath fighter with a heart of gold.
And finally, we have Soren.
Hi, I'm Logan. I play Soren. Obviously, Ben just said that. I'm a half-elf cleric.
Okay. And I'm going to go to the journal page so that the viewers can possibly figure out something that has gone on. And there we go. So, let us begin. The four of you are a unit within the Thorns, a secret order of protectors for the natural world and the natural order. There are many sects, but no proof of their existence has ever been found. You have been sent by the higher-ups of your sect to the Jeshan city of Sutra, where you believe an agent of your order has been found and is being held captive. He is Estefar, once the right hand of the High Mantle, the supreme commander of the Thorns. You have a contact within the city, Roskana, a friend to one of your higher-ups who claims she has heard a few whispers about a powerful warrior mage with 5 marks the color of spilled red wine across his face. This matches the person you know as Estefar. He is one of the people who trained you, gave you commands in your early days, being members of the Thorns. She's told you only to head for the Cobbler's Ward, and that she will find you, and you will know her by the phrase, "The ocean rises backward." And I'm going to give you the visuals now. That is the world map. This is the map that has your location, as well as two groups of people who mean nothing to you all. And here you are. And then we will go into the trade lands themselves, where you can see here the city of Sutra, and finally Sutra itself. You all are just about here, and you are close to the entrance of Cobbler's Ward. It is one of the less wealthy areas of the city. You walk abreast each other into a long street where there are many people showing up, sitting around, talking, a few people trying to sell things out of carts, out of stalls. And you notice that just like most of the other parts of the city that you've been so far, there are people from all over. There are dwarves, elves, humans, orcs, halflings, and they are from each corner of Walharn, the landmass that also includes the islands surrounding it. But the four of you walk abreast each other. The city is lively, very loud. And what draws your character's eyes as you go?
I'm just kind of taking it all in. I'm not super used to being in super populated areas. I was kind of raised in rural places, so I'm just kind of enjoying the hustle and bustle of the city itself.
Mm-hmm.
I keep my eyes on the guards that are around the streets as I walk.
Yeah, they are here. They're just pretending to be the same guy biting an apple.
Sybil is going, since they're near the merchant's quarter but not exactly in it, Sybil's going to be looking in the shops of pretty dresses.
Yeah,
Her hands pressed to the glass,
you pass a couple
admiring
that
them.
have some dresses in the window. A lady walks over, looks you up and down, realizes you don't have the money to shop here, and closes the blinds.
Oh no,
Big
pretty woman.
mistake. Huge.
And Soren, what draws your eye immediately?
Soren's kind of people watching the citizens, or if there are any travelers, anyone native to the land.
Yeah, there is somebody who draws your eye. This stall, which doesn't seem to be selling anything, instead it seems to be a storyteller, almost a puppet show. You notice that there are a bunch of children gathered around it. Do any of you have any interest in listening to his story that he is putting on for a mass of children? Halflings, human, elf children, all types.
No, but I encourage the younger people in our group to kind of check it out. I'm still kind of treating them as children a bit. So I'm like, hey, yeah, why don't you go check that out? You might learn a little something if you do.
What
Sybil-
is there to learn from a cloth man? Nothing.
Soren, stop.
Nothing.
You could exhibit where he touched you inappropriately. I don't.
Oh,
know.
Jesus.
Let's just go meet our contact. As interesting as the story would be, maybe we should just not deal with it.
Not deal with the children and
It's a real Punch and
puppeteer.
Judy scenario we have here.
The fella moving his puppets around is just like, doop a doop a doop, I got some puppets, and all the kids are laughing and loving it and crying at reaching emotional catharsis. You would have to get a little bit closer than you are immediately, if you would like to actually listen in.
Does it look like a Blue's Clues scenario or some sort of like clowning Buffon scenario where they're making fun of people in power? Is it strictly for children, or does it look like it could be satire that appeals to all ages?
It looks like a mix of both. It looks like there is a very, very lazy jab at some
Like a
people in
Pixar
power.
movie.
Wow. Okay. Well, now I've got a new cease and desist coming to my email, Zachary. But it is. So what you can see from the puppets is one of them is in this sort of shiny, almost like fish scale armor with a bell helmet, probably to represent Jashan, and the other is in a toga and a sort of helmet with rigid steel lines that mark the face, and then a basically push broom going from his forward to the back of his head. And the two of them are fighting, and he is saying stuff. So it is likely that there might be some type of undertone to this, but it's hard to identify.
Would I know anything about it?
Um,
Like, would I know what he is trying to, what sort of,
Like a history check or something?
Yes. So I will also say, because before you all do that, there's another opportunity for a history check. That is, he looks like he is from the south, and he is wearing linen robes, and he has a blue wrapping around the top of his head. That is, if you'd like to make a history check for that. But then you could make a history check just for the puppet show.
can I do both?
Sure.
Would I roll twice then?
Yeah, roll twice. All right, 9. He's just wearing some clothes. 16. So this is a common device to start a piece about a myth or a piece of history. You will start it with basically anything that affected the world. You will start it with Hallandor, which is what the guy in a toga probably represents, and then Jashan, which is what the other puppet represents. It is basically the doorway into a story that people might not have as much context for, because everybody knows the two biggest historical powers.
Okay. It's just a simple children's sort of play. Anyway,
How young are the children watching?
Looks like they range from about 8 to 12. That's kind of the...
Okay. I'd like to kind of walk away from that, and then I'd like to send my raven to go like just sit in the ground in front of, like, between the children and the puppet show, and I want it to like prance around. I just want to draw away kids' attention.
All right, you're trying to take food out of this guy's mouth. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys see the map where your tokens are on it?
Yes.
Okay. So you all can position yourself however you like in this map. You have control of your tokens, I believe.
Is the puppet show in the middle?
The puppet show is this fella.
Off map? Okay.
I'll go to this freak
The
stand.
weapons stall.
Yeah, he's like, if you'd like some weapons or a little show, either or.
If you like that, kids, you can buy your own sword.
Fight with your friend.
We just like the hero.
It's actually Nerf weapons.
They are, yeah. But even those, that you have to paint a orange tip on the tip of the spear. Okay, but you send your raven. Make a performance check for your familiar.
Okay. 19.
Okay, yeah, you get about half of these kids just say, well, fuck this puppet show. We're focusing in on this raven. What does your raven do? And does your raven have a name?
Yes, the raven's name is Lusa. Lusa. And Lusa is going to kind of dance around and do like a little hoppy dance and just start trying to Pied Piper these kids away from this stand, and maybe bring them over to potions so they can develop an addiction of some kind.
Before the raven is capable, a couple of them do get up to sort of try to follow the raven, because the raven is not like a super common bird here. But before that, a young woman comes out from, you see, behind a curtain over here, and she has a similar face structure to the puppeteer, but she is much, much younger, and instead of a blue wrapping, she has a blue sort of just circular hat on, kind of like
a cologne,
kind of like a Jackie O hat, and she runs out and sort of like shoves, like kind of like claps near Lusa, and just goes like, hey, and I think Lusa does respond like a bird and fly away and come back to you.
So Lusa will fly around this building, and then I will snap my fingers and make it disappear and come back to me.
Okay.
Because this is my fine familiar bird.
That's right. So she's just like, whatever you say, Sebastian.
Certainly they call it an it. You think as a familiar, you'd at least call it by its.
You'd be a bit more familiar.
personal with it.
But if none of you are going to watch the puppet show, I will move on to the next thing.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. Do what your character would do. If none of you are interested in this puppet show.
I'm real into this dried meat over here. I'd like to sample some.
Yeah,
the
merchant leads forward, and he looks like he's probably from Hallandor, and he has a really thick mustache, and he's probably like a half dwarf from what you can tell, sort of in between a human and a dwarf in height, and very broad but like lanky. And he leans forward and he says, "Oh, you want to just try a few things there?"
Yeah, that would be fantastic. The more exotic, the better. Frankly, I love to try new things. Do you have any dragon jerky?
No, I don't have any dragon jerky. That's real expensive. Just 1 second. Okay. But
Dragon jerky is just a Slim Jim flavor.
I do have some big old lizard jerky from Real Big Lizard.
A real big lizard, huh? Okay. Well, you willing to cut me off a little sample of that? I might buy some.
Oh, sure. Why not? I like the.
Just a little shaving. That's all I ask.
Yeah, he brings up this piece of like dried meat basically, and it just looks like a big slab or something. And he just takes a very beautiful knife and kind of scrapes some off of the top and extends it to you.
Okay. Yeah, I'll eat it. And I'm like, that's a lovely knife you have there. It's interesting to see a stall vendor such as yourself have something so ornate.
Oh, it was a gift from my pa there.
Oh, nice. What am I tasting as I eat it?
It is very gamey, very stringy.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'd like to buy some if you don't mind. You sell it by the pound? How you doing it here? A pound of dried meat is a lot. I don't know if I...
Oh, I sell it by the pound. That'd be about, call it 5 silver per pound. So that would be, you want to get say 4 pounds. That'd be 2 gold.
Well, I don't want 4 pounds. I'll just take 1 pound if that's okay.
Oh, okay. There you go. And he begins to chop it up.
Right. Well, I've got some dried lizard meat, y'all. We're safe.
I'm excited about this relationship between you and the meat tender. Talk about a real meat cute. Hey? All right, I'm gonna mute minutes.
But so nobody listens to the puppet show. So instead, let me scroll down 3 pages.
I would like to say that Sybil has her arms crossed and she's just sort of glaring at Sebastian.
I pass her. I go head over and pass her some lizard jerky.
No, thank you.
Soren has his arms crossed, but he's just glaring at the puppeteer.
It's very gamey. How about you, Soren? You want some lizard jerky?
I'll take some jerky.
There you go. It's important we keep
You
up
said
our strength,
lizard?
guys. Lizard, yes.
Like, non-specific.
It's
lizard?
a bit stringy. Big is what I got from the vendor.
Sure, big lizard. Oh wow! Oh wow! That is stringy.
It's a bit stringy and a bit gamey, but
Yeah.
it's 5 silver a pound. I couldn't pass that up. We got to keep our strength up.
That's pretty good.
We got to keep in fighting shape.
Do you need any water?
You can chew and chew and chew and still meat.
Yeah, it's nice and savory and long lasting.
Do you need any water to help it go down?
No.
You
Just
sure?
Still chewing.
Oh, at this point, I would like it if we described our characters, because it is the scene of these 2 people talking to Soren with Sebastian over by a fruit stand with a bird on his arm. So let's go in the order of...
Excuse me, 2 birds.
Sorry, 2 birds. And 1 stone. But let's go in the order that I had you all introduce yourselves. So because you all are very familiar with each other, but what do the people here see when they look at Sybil?
They see a very petite half-elf girl with just fair skin and blonde, short locks of hair, and she's just wearing a very cute little side butt cape.
Side butt cape.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I don't know what
hard
that
to
means.
describe. You know a butt cape?
Nope.
Where it's just like
No.
it's a cape that only goes over
Hold
your
on.
butt.
Oh,
gonna
like
be
a thing that starts at your waist and would.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha.
But this goes over like just one, like
Okay,
her.
gotcha.
Yeah, her
I
left.
googled it.
There you go.
And what goes over your front?
Pants.
Oh, okay, good.
She's wearing pants. Don't worry, guys.
I might have to buy you a second butt cape.
2 butt capes equal just a skirt.
A front cape.
There's the 2 types of fanny cape, and it just depends on where you are. Is that your full description for Sybil? Sorry.
Yeah, you could go to the journal and just pull up the picture I drew of her.
I did.
Okay.
So there's Sybil. Okay, then Sebastian. What do people see when they look at Sebastian?
Sure. So Sebastian's mostly in black clothing. He has like choppy, roughly cut black hair that goes over his face a bit. and stubble. He's got stubble. Um, I couldn't find other adjectives other than stubbly stubble. Um, he has like a black bandana that he keeps around his neck, and is wearing leather, just like black leather and muted tones. Other than that, he has a hawk that sits on his shoulder, and the black raven that we've already talked about kind of flies around him. And yeah, that's mostly him.
Okay. Next up, Stevia.
Stevia is a female Goliath, so she's about 7'2". She kind of towers over all of her other party members, and she is kind of wearing some decent looking chainmail, and has a shield and a hammer that looks like a smith's hammer that was once her mother's, who was a blacksmith, but she has taken it for her own to use as a weapon. So it's kind of attached to a longer weapon type handle, as opposed to a short blacksmith handle. She's kind of wearing her hair pulled back in a braided plate, and yeah, has her thorns markings on her face, but otherwise is fairly unadorned. She's fairly simply dressed, other than her armor and her weapons.
Okay. And finally, Soren.
Yeah, Soren is a male half-elf. He's pretty tall for being a half-elf. He's pretty burly for being a half-elf, but his ears are pretty prominent, poking through kind of a loose mop of black hair that goes to about his shoulders. He has a kind of stern expression, and he's wearing a kind of like half-plate armor of mismatched pieces, kind of like piecemeal constructed together. So you see like some traditional, more like knightly kind of armor you would expect in a plate mail piece, but the breastplate is more kind of like banded steel, with a fur mantle around.
Yeah. Okay. Then that is what everybody looks like. So we flash back to a Goliath, a very, very tall, very buff half-elf, and then a more typical sized half-elf clustered together. One of them eating a whole bunch of lizard jerky, and then a half-elf with two big birds.
What's the person at this fruit stand doing?
Just like kind of looking at you and then looking at your hawk very nervously, as he basically is like moving fruit just to keep himself from freaking out at the bird being this close to his face.
How much is your fruit?
Well, what type of fruit do you want?
What do you have?
I have oranges, I have apples, I have a pear. I have one pear, so it's pretty expensive.
Don't get the pear.
That's ironic to not have at least two pears.
That's funny. I could sell you the pear for half price because I only have one.
How much is half price?
Half price is 30 gold.
30 gold.
A bunch of fellows eating apples around here.
Oh, I sell the apples for a copper. That's why everyone in town has one at all times. I can't get rid of the things fast enough.
I'm good, thank you. 30 gold. Whew.
Okay, all right.
Hey guys, maybe we should be looking for a contact here. We are on a mission from the Thorns. We don't want to let them down, right?
And Estefar's missing. He's like one of the most powerful people. It's weird. Why would he be missing? How are you still chewing that jerky?
It's tough jerky.
I will attest that it's very tough. It's very chewy.
Can I try?
It's tough jerky.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll give you
maybe
some.
Estefar got lost. I don't know.
how could he get lost? And then Sybil takes a bite out of the jerky, and she's like, oh, it hurts my teeth.
Yeah, make a
It's
strength
chocolate.
saving throw.
Wait, I have to do what?
Strength saving throw.
Oh, I thought you said death save.
I can't do strength.
Yep. Your teeth hurt for like an hour, and you choke a little bit, and you take 1 point of poison damage.
Jerky damage?
Yeah, jerky damage, which you are not
Took a-
resistant to.
Took a bite of a
unfortunately.
big old stack of Necco wafers.
I spit it out.
The
I'll catch it.
puppeteer
Pardon me.
finishes his show and says, "Thank you all for listening to that beautiful chunk of world building. I will now be done." And you notice that a bunch of his puppets seem to have had some magic in them that might have been fun to see, but you didn't watch, and they all disappear.
Encore.
Unfortunately, that's not how it works, friend Birdman.
Birdman.
And
Yes.
he turns
You guys
around
think
and
this puppeteer could have been our contact? Is that who we needed to meet here?
Stevia, you feel a tugging
Yes.
at sort of the armor around your legs.
He seems to really be drawing our attention. Maybe we should talk to him.
I think there's something tugging at your leg.
Oh, what's tugging at my leg?
Yeah, all the way down there.
You turn around and you see a orc boy, a little boy. His tusks go up above his eyes on either side of his lips, so you know that if he grows into those, he is going to be almost as tall as you, Stevia. And he sort of looks.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I kneel down and I'm like, hey there, fella, what's going on?
He takes out a pouch of coins and shakes it, and you can tell that there's a lot inside. And he says, "Riddle for 2 silver? Or you tell me a lie and a truth? I guess I get one. I don't guess you keep it."
Is that how you got all this coinage? Is by doing this grift on people?
He nods and says, "It's not a grift, it's a game."
Play
Okay,
it.
sure.
Do it,
I'll
play it.
their game. Yeah.
Would you like a riddle or a truth?
Give me a riddle.
He puts one hand on his chest and closes his eyes. "I have one, and you have one. So do the woods, fields, streams, and seas. Fish, beasts, and crops, and everything else in this revolving world."
That's the whole riddle?
Mm-hmm.
I have one and you have one. So do the beasts. Seas, crops. Well, life?
He shakes his head. He says, "4 silver,
sorry.
if any of your friends guess."
I'm sorry, could you repeat that for me?
Mm-hmm. "I have one, and you have one. So do the woods, fields, streams, and seas, fish, beasts, and crops, and everything else in this revolving world." "4 more silver, if you guess."
Soul, perhaps? I don't mean to intrude, but
I have one and you have one.
And what else has one?
penis?
I'm
No,
sorry, what?
that's not something that everyone has. It's just not.
So do the woods, fields,
I don't
streams,
even have
and
one.
seas, fish, beasts, and crops, and everything else in this revolving world.
Now, riddles, they're always the easiest answer, but they're under our nose because we try to work our way around it. So I'm
Nose.
going
Is
to
it
say
nose? It's nose.
It's not nose.
That is 6
Crops don't
silver.
have a nose.
6 silver.
Nor
Another
does the sea.
Woods, fields,
another 8 for
Oxygen?
your guess.
streams, and seas.
You say oxygen, Sybil?
Yes.
He nods and he says, "That is 14 silver." And he points at Soren and says, You have a guess?
Shadow.
And he opens up the pouch and pulls out 14 silver and gives it to you.
Whoa.
Oh, good job!
Nice. How young is this kid?
He looks like he is maybe 7. Like in relative human age, so he's probably like 3.
Wait, I'm so sorry. How does he talk?
He's a orc.
Okay.
Okay.
And he talks like this.
It's like Look Who's Talking. It's like that.
Oh, it's Mel Gibson.
No, it is decidedly not Mel Gibson. The good people at PetSmart would never sponsor us if they thought that Mel Gibson was going to appear.
I kneel down and take the silver from him. And then, as soon as he turns away, I pull out a gold piece and I say, "Excuse me, I think you dropped this."
He turns around and sees it and snatches it from you and runs away.
Yeah.
And as soon as he is gone, Sebastian, you see there is a woman over at this stand, and she is waving at you. A beautiful young woman, clearly from Zeshan, darker complexion, long, beautiful hair, and she is smiling and waving at you.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. Hello there.
Wait,
Hello.
you might not want to fall for that.
Hey, do you come to this bar often?
Well, I work here, and it's not a bar, it's my stall. But I do come very often, every day, in fact.
Nice.
Ooh, gross.
I'm new in town.
I could tell you certainly look out of place. I was wondering.
Would you like to see my bird?
No.
From afar, Sybil's just her head is in her hands.
I can see them from
that's-
here. I was wondering if you would like.
Soren waves.
I was wondering if you might like a poultice, a potion that could help you.
A POTUS?
A poultice,
potion?
a potion.
President of the United
Poultice.
States potion?
Yes.
Poultice.
I have a potion
Yes.
that would make you the handsomest man in the world.
I already took it.
I could certainly believe that, sir, but it would make the competition hardly seem to exist. You would be so handsome that no one could dare take their eyes off of you until the ocean rises backwards.
I see. And I can tell this is a real potion because you clearly already took
Hey,
it.
that's our code phrase. That's our code phrase.
Shh, shh, shh. Hold on.
I'm just yelling
clear-
from at least
Clearly you've already taken
40
the
yards
potion,
away.
and I can see that it works.
Oh, make a persuasion check.
Uh-huh. 7.
She
Oh, yeah.
smiles and seems to appreciate it, but doesn't seem to take it under any deeper consideration.
You know, I used to be... Go on. Oh, sorry. Oh, my sister's here. Hi.
Sybil wraps her arm around Sebastian's and says, "I'm so sorry, but you're not going to get 1 silver out of this man."
Oh, perhaps you would appreciate the potion more. You're already a very beautiful young woman, but if you drank
I
this,
don't know if we need the potion.
no one could...
Spoken our code phrase.
I just want to say one day when we are married, I will support our family. You will get plenty of silver out of me.
You are very forward. She says that with a smile on her face, and then she...
Do you believe in fate?
In fact, I do believe in fate.
That's good.
Stevia, what were you saying?
I believe she spoke our code phrase that we were looking for our contact here, and she has spoken it. The ocean rises backwards, so I think she knows maybe where we can find the person we're looking for.
I found the person I'm looking for.
Dear
Make
God.
another persuasion check.
14.
All right, she's
Doubled.
back in. She's back in.
Oh, no.
She kind of gives you a little.
Whose
A little.
picture is that? Who is that?
It is a picture that I got by generating a face on a website that makes a face that doesn't of a person that doesn't exist, and then I put it through an oil
Okay.
painting thing.
Nice.
Okay, all right. I believe it's not a real person. You're catfishing.
No,
I'm not catfishing
no,
her.
it's a
No,
it's
she's
a
catfishing you.
oil painting.
Okay.
But she and she's very specifically is not a real person.
Okay.
But-
All right. That's good.
She kind of gives you like a coy smile and then looks around at each of you and puts the potion that she was pretending to be trying to sell down. And then she lifts up a like box and is going through it like you all were asking her something about what she's selling. And she says, I certainly don't know the exact location of the buyer you're looking for, but I do know there are two people who might be able to help you find him. I've heard whispers about two possible agents that might be a good middleman in this operation.
Can you tell us of them?
Yes, one is a thief. I don't know his name or his looks, but he
I hope one is not a puppet master.
nothing to do with the puppet master. Are you talking about?
Okay.
And she points over to the puppet master, and she says, "Are you talking about
Glad
him?"
we dodged that.
Oh, yes.
That's,
You didn't
he
want.
seemed very important earlier.
No, you didn't want to listen to him. It was just
Okay, that's great.
a little history, a little. It was nothing important. Don't worry about it.
Okay, good.
but-
That's excellent news.
There
Did
is
he,
a.
did
Sorry?
he say something to you? I'll go talk to him right now.
He did, but it's not important.
Okay.
Um,
I trust you.
the the thief who I believe knows where this buyer that you are looking for, where he might be and how you could get in touch with him, spends a great deal of time and is usually at this time of day at a temple of Bazdoom, god of sky and wealth.
Basdoom does not sound good.
His worship has ended, so the temple is a place that people often hold meetings and discuss important things that they don't want others to hear. The other is a merchant who sells very fine goods. He lives very close by, but he's constantly
Dried
under
meat,
guard.
perhaps?
No, not... And she points at the dried meat stand and says, not Anthony, no.
Oh, okay.
He's most
His
forthcoming.
jerky was rather lacking, so.
Oh, that's a shame. You must have not picked the right meat. But he is under constant guard. You could go and perhaps speak with him now, though I doubt he would be willing to share. And if you went and spoke to the merchant, you might lose your chance to speak with the thief.
And where might we find the thief?
The Temple of
At the
Bazdoom.
temples. The Sky and Wealth Temple.
Temple of Rust.
They are just a few streets over to the west.
I'd like to say there is no wealth I wouldn't pay to give you the sky.
Oh, make a persuasion check with advantage. Because you got two birds.
Ben got horny.
All right.
23.
23. Yeah, she seems real into Sebastian now. At first she was just like, let me just do this little job I got, and now she's like, okay, we're vibing. I'm into this. And she gives you a very big smile and says, well, hopefully when your business is concluded in town, we can make that happen.
Okay. All right.
Do you have any other questions about what it is that I'm selling or others are selling? I know that you all have very important work to do in the city, selling your goods and whatnot, but anything else I can help you with?
Other than curing my brother's horniness, I don't think so.
I think
Oh.
you are. I think you're minimizing what's happening here quite a bit. Simple.
That O came from Anthony over at the dried meat stand.
I'm minimizing it? How much money did you send us?
How much more minimal can it get?
I feel like I'm in the middle of something here that I don't want to be now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't ask.
You and me
Just
both.
Maybe get away.
Thank you so much for your help.
And then, almost from nowhere,
Maybe we should.
lightning strikes the stall.
No,
And
Well, that's not our problem, really.
I dive and move and very gracefully pull her away from the stand in a warm embrace.
sure, you do. Make a athletics check to see how much
baby.
you hurt her,
Athletics
tackling her
or
to the ground.
acrobatics?
Athletics.
Acrobatics, maybe.
I think athletics.
2.
You have fallen on her, and she goes, "Ah, my arm."
No,
You broke her arm.
I will heal you.
And you hear from the ground, and the rest of you hear from up top, a woman's voice. This robed figure. All of them wear blue cloaks. You just hear, "This is not your stall. You will be paying us, and then we will be on our way." The stall has caught fire, by the way.
What do we owe you?
I do not quarrel with you, friend Goliath. Please. This woman does not...
I speak for all of us present. I defend them, so if you have a problem with them, you have a problem with me. You can answer to me, if that's the
Make
case.
a intimidation check. She just kind of puts one hand on her hip. Okay, that's an 8. She says, "Daluk, get started." One of the robed men next to her, who is much bigger. The other one is about her size, but this guy is tall for a human. He sheds his blue cloak, and you see that he has a great axe strapped to his back, and before you can react, he, in one motion, clears it from its strap and attacks you.
Okay.
Which one is it? The green one?
Okay.
No, the one in this ring is the woman who is talking. This
Okay,
guy's
got it.
axe guy. This guy, I'll give them a little indicator to differentiate them. But while I roll for this attack, everybody please roll initiative.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Eh.
Okay, Daluk only gets a 12 to hit.
Yeah, I have a 19.
I assumed that you would. So it just glances off, and he looks pissed. And as a bonus action, he just goes, and goes into a rage. I'm sorry if that sounded unpleasant.
That's supposed to scare me. I don't. So far, I'm not intimidated based on that attack.
Neither are they, based on your intimidation roll. Okay, so we are in initiative. Soren, you are up first.
Okay. Soren's gonna... Let's see.
Ah, the people scream as they run away.
15 feet of
Wow,
movement.
they all had such high initiative.
And, like, pushes Sybil aside and gets in front of her.
Be
Using
nicer to your sister.
Not, it's a gentle push, just like move out of the way.
It's more like I step behind him
Yeah.
because I'm like, he can do better.
Okay. I have a ton of spells, and my other character doesn't have spells, so just give me one moment.
No problem.
Using my bonus action, I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon
Sure.
and just use it
what's
to
that look
slam this guy in front of me. It's just a giant ethereal sword.
Okay.
kind of inspired by the ones in Yorn, so like a short hilt.
Yeah, like a Viking sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you.
So
pull
that's
that up.
gonna make an attack. Oh.
Okay.
Does it auto default to attack with advantage?
I can
Or-
turn that off for you.
Okay.
It should
but-
be at the top of your screen. You should see advantage, normal, disadvantage.
Yeah, I might not have set it to be toggleable. I did not, so that was my fault.
Sorry.
Nope. Okay, so we will, for this turn, we will count that as 11, which unfortunately does not hit.
Okay. And then I'm just gonna hit him with my battle axe.
Okay.
Just gonna like try and cleave into that guy in front of me's shoulder.
Okay. And that will hit the guy right in front of you.
Yes.
Okay, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Do I just click it again?
You can click the damage
versus
side of
battle
it.
Okay. No?
Should be. Let me try here.
You should click the part where it says battle axe one-handed.
Right under your 18.
Right under.
Did that do it? Nope. Okay.
No.
Try. Are you doing it one-handed or two-handed?
That's not damage.
One-handed.
Then we can just roll
Yeah.
D8.
1d.
Yeah.
Plus 3, so 6.
Okay, 6 damage. So you
There you
hit this guy, and he's much shorter than you, and you feel him just kind of buckle underneath you. He's not quite bloodied or anything. Next up, it is the Axeman's turn again. The Axeman cometh, and he is going to attack you again, Stevia, because he has flown into a rage.
Okay.
And he just brings his axe back and is going to try and hit you in the side, like the side of your stomach. In a brutal swing.
Alright.
That is a 25 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. Well, minimum damage, so he does 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
So you take that big ol' 6. Next up, it is Sybil's turn.
Sybil's gonna whip out her flute and begin.
Gross.
She's gonna whip out her flute and begin playing a little tune, and then she says, "Get away from her!" and casts as a bonus action Healing Word.
On Stevia?
Yep, on Stevia.
Okay. So yeah, you get all 6 back.
Alright.
And then with her other attack, she is going to use Vicious Mockery.
Okay. On whom?
Well, it would be anyone within 60 feet.
Okay. But which one specifically?
Oh, yes, I'm so sorry. My thing's in the way. Ah. Let's say the person that hit Stevia.
Okay. He succeeds. So
Okay.
what do you say
Damn,
to?
disadvantage? Oh, that's what I'm saying.
You disgusting blue-robed man, that's not even a pretty blue.
Wow, he feels very bad about his choice in blue. Next up,
2 points.
he does save, so I don't believe anything happens to him. So then next up, it is your turn, Stevia.
Okay. The person in front of me, I'm gonna strike with my warhammer.
Yeah.
For 22.
22
Should
hits.
almost definitely hit. Oh no, sorry.
11
11
points of
bludgeoning
damage.
damage.
Jesus. Okay. But that is halved. So he'll take 5.
Why is it halved?
He's in a rage.
Okay.
He's got resistance. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Then next up, it is her turn. And she kind of sighs, and she is going to step back. You get an attack of opportunity if you like, Stevia.
Alright.
Okay.
20
20 hits. 7 damage. Okay.
for 7 damage.
She kind of buckles under the might of your warhammer, but she dances back, and you see that she pulls a spear out from her back, but then she pulls the spear off with her left hand, and with her right hand she sort of spins it, sort of pointing 2 fingers at the ground, and then she just sort of lifts her hand, and as she does, a ball of staticky purplish blue energy forms, rising with it, and then she pulls her hand back and just shoves it forward at you, Stevia.
Okay.
It is only a 17 to hit, and your AC is absolutely ridiculous,
That will not do it.
so it does not hit you. And that chromatic orb is useless. Just sort of, it hits the stall, and the stall's fire just expands even more.
Ha ha! Nice try.
And Sebastian, your go next.
So I look, I look my new love in the eyes, and I say, "I'll never let them hurt you again." And I get up, and I move here. Yeah, I'm gonna move here. This is like an open stand, right? With fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I shoot at this guy?
Yeah, you'd be able to.
Okay. Yes. So I'll take a shot with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
That is an 11.
An 11 does not hit. It almost hits. It almost would have hit his shoulder, but he has that strap for his axe. It goes over that shoulder, and it just glances off of that.
With my bonus action, I'll take a second shot with my other hand crossbow.
Okay.
And neither hit.
Neither of those babies hit.
Okay.
That one is just a little bit. It's like the first one almost hit him. This one is like 2 inches away from that one.
And then I stand in front of this girl.
Sure. Make a perception check.
I see fire.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. In front of you, Soren, this little fella, he's about 5'4". He just kind of shrugs his shoulders, and his blue cloak falls away, and you see that he has 2 short swords strapped around his waist, like sort of towards the back, and he pulls them both out, and he makes 2 attacks at you.
Okay.
First attack is a 17. I don't believe that hits.
Does not hit.
Okay. Second attack is a 26.
That hits.
Okay. So you are going to take 5 points of slashing damage. And it is basically like he is moving both swords like they are one sword. So he kind of flicks them up and to the side, and then brings them both over, raking them across you, but you kind of dodge out of the way of the first one, and the second one just comes in a second later, and you weren't expecting that. And it just kind of chops you. Then we go back to the top of the order, with your turn again, Soren.
Okay. Kind of like feel the cut, I'm assuming on like my arm or something.
Yeah.
And I just look this guy dead in the eye and just say, "I have 2 as well," and I hit him with my spiritual weapon.
Okay. Uh, 12 does not hit.
Okay.
You sort of move your sword in for an attack, slashing at him, and he just dances to the side.
And then I hit him with my battle axe.
Yep. That one hits.
Okay. So damage is just not working for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We'll figure that out after stream.
So 10.
10, okay. He is bloodied. This fellow right here. He is bloodied now. Okay, so there is him getting all bloodied. Next up, this guy, Daluke, with the axe, is going to just scream again. And they go, "Rah!" as he basically makes the same attack as he did before, just with same ferocity in his eyes at you, Stevia.
Okay.
It is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay. That one does 10 slashing damage. Okay. And next up, it is Sybil. It's your go.
The one that's bloody just hit Soren, correct?
That's right.
So she is going to cast Cloud of Daggers. And she says, "Don't you hurt him!"
Okay.
I clicked it.
Sound a
And
party
something
at
did.
their house, it sounds like.
Cloud of Daggers. Okay.
Yep, it's just a 5 feet cube on each side within 60 feet, so it's just them.
Okay, so you just drop it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna write. I'm gonna put a box. This is the dagger box. Don't step into the dagger box, please. And so just right away they take that damage, right? First time
Yep.
you're there, and then the first time you enter.
Mhm.
Okay, so yeah, they take 12 damage, and this fella is dead. Basically, not wearing much armor, your daggers sort of show up and whirl around him. Well, actually, they're invisible. So basically, it just looks like all of a sudden this dude gets cut the hell up on every side of his body, and he goes and falls over dead. All right, so Sybil, first blood. Next.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Ooh,
But he hit you!
You hit him.
Because he hit you!
He's
be
dead.
okay. We'll be okay. Don't worry. We can heal after this.
I know.
Speaking of which, it's Stevia's turn.
Alright, the person in front of me, I'm going to strike with my Warhammer. For 20, a dirty 20.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. For 6 damage.
Okay, that's halved to 3. And he just kind of...
Hey.
You hit him. Where do you hit him when you hit him?
I'm just going to aim for like the middle, the easiest part to hit, I think.
Yeah, so you hit him like in the stomach, and he lets out a big exhalation of air, but his eyes don't leave yours. He's just staring at you.
I shout, hey guys, this guy's he seems extra tough, so if you aim for him, be careful.
Then it is our lady with the special portrait, and she sees this guy over here. She sees him fall, and she shouts, "Malim, no!" And she moves right here, and you see basically her entire body starts to crackle with lightning. And she points both of her fingers at the ground again, and then she just super quickly flicks them up at both Stevia and Sybil. I need both of you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Right. 19.
6.
Okay. Oh, wow. And you have metal armor on.
Yeah.
A bolt of lightning comes out in a singular line from her hand. And it cuts through Stevia and basically bounces around her entire body and shoots out and hits you, Sybil. Sybil will take half damage, and Stevia will take full damage.
Okay.
What did I get? Okay, Stevia, you take 29 points of damage.
Oof.
Well, you double it for metal armor, don't you?
Well, not dead, still not knocked out. I have 6 points of HP.
Oh.
Okay, well then,
And
That's-
Sybil
I think
gets
actually-
15.
knocked out.
So, real quick, Zach, you do double it for damage when you're wearing metal, right?
Is it lightning?
It's
You
lightning,
said-
yeah.
I would assume so, yeah. For
Yeah, I
light,
believe so.
lightning
Okay.
damage, yeah.
You take 58 points of damage.
Okay. Well, then I'm dead. I'm like legit dead.
I know, you just drop unconscious.
Okay.
And
Well, I'm 43. 43 is my HP max, so.
okay, yeah, then no worries. You're just at 0.
You said 58?
58, yeah.
Okay, so I was 33.
And you take 14 points of lightning damage, Sybil.
Sybil is bloodied.
Okay. And
Negative 25 here.
that is her turn. So Stevia, you do go down, right? Or there's something else.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm out.
Okay. Then yeah, Stevia falls to the ground unconscious, and we go
Stevia!
to Sebastian. It's your turn.
Oh boy. For a very quick moment, I think about running, and then I say no, and I step here, and actually I will step. Yes, there, and I will cast. I'll cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on her.
Okay.
So she has to make a wisdom save,
Sure.
which I think she will pass.
She fails.
Oh, good. She falls to the ground laughing.
Okay. She's on the ground,
Oh.
just like. And she is rolling from side to side.
And then I'm going to step back here. Have the flames got grown?
No, they've kind of stayed in one spot.
Okay.
Oh, when you step back, do you keep your eyes over here?
Yes, I would have just stepped backwards.
Okay.
Why?
No worries. No.
Okay.
Nothing.
Can I hide in this spot?
You would be able to crouch and be non-visible, but I mean they would know where you had hidden, but it would be like you could act unpredictably, so sneak attack would be an option.
Okay, then I'll bonus action hide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Next up, it is Soren's go.
Logan, you with us?
He's
Yeah, I'm back. My mic was muted. Because people were loud. So for my main action, I'm going to cast Healing Word at 2nd level.
Sure.
So that is 2d4 focused on Stevia.
Okay.
Let's see. Plus 5, so 9.
Yeah, Stevia, you are prone, but you got 9 HP.
I'm looking for a card.
Yeah, okay.
Somebody's looking for a charger.
Someone fucking come in my room. For my bonus action, Spiritual Weapon can move up to 25 feet. So it was here. It's going to go straight for her.
Yeah.
And attack. Maybe it will actually hit for once. And I think I fixed damage rolls. Hold on,
I
it's
still haven't
literally
seen it,
not.
yeah. It can be a bit slow.
There.
Yep. 6 hits, or 18 hits, 6 damage.
That's 6 plus 5, I think. No, it adds it in, right?
It'll show usually what it adds. So
Yeah, it added it in.
It
If
did.
you like,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it literally rolled the lowest possible die roll.
Okay, so that will be 3 damage, and they're bloodied. Okay, there you go. Is that your turn?
Oh no, that wasn't at.
Oh, sorry, it was at
Barbarian.
the other. You got it.
Yeah.
My bad. 6 damage, full 6 damage then. Yeah, she is bloodied as well. Well, in lieu of this big boy getting bloodied, she's bloodied. And is that your turn?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Then next up, it is... it will fall to Daluk, who is going to step over the body of his companion, taking 12 damage. But it is slashing, so that is...
Attack of opportunity for me too, right?
You are prone, but you could
Oh,
grab your warhammer and... I mean, you could do it, but it would be disadvantage.
Okay, I'll still try. 18 or 20, so...
Oh, wow. Yeah, both of those hit. Stevia, even on the ground, is a dangerous foe.
Smash his ankles for 12 bludgeoning damage.
I think I do another D4 when they step in, because it says anytime they step in. So.
I think you might just re-roll it, but...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah,
10.
you can... Okay. 10, so that is... He takes 6, which puts him in bloodied, and then he takes 5. He is bloodied, and now he's looking a lot rougher after that extra 5, but he is going to attack Soren.
Okay.
Does not hit, because your AC is... You and Stevia are impossible to hit unless I use magic. So he just flails at you with his axe, and like the axe digs into the brick of the road. And he just looks up and growls at you. Next up?
I growl back.
Oh, he doesn't like it. he's a little freaked out by it. Next up, Sybil, it's your turn.
All right. Let me see. Huh. There. Okay, so I am going to cast... Have all the town folk probably run away from this fight?
Yeah, they have. I forgot to have these apple eaters run away.
They had to finish their apples first.
So
Apple eater.
It's a city law.
city law
Once you
must
start
be
it, you
apples.
have to eat it. There's like no trash cans around the city, no like public infrastructure at all. So they have to take the core with them.
Except for the potion merchant, because he's just like, my wares are too expensive. I can't leave these for a group of player characters.
So right here where I'm holding my thing down, I am going to make that the point, and I'm going to cast Sleep.
Okay. Whoa, okay. She falls asleep. You do it, and she just drops her spear and falls to her knees and then falls over on her side.
I'm tired of this. That's just my verbal component.
She actually was already prone, so she just goes to sleep.
You're right. She's just asleep. And Rosie. And next up, it would be her turn, but instead we're going to jump... No, it would be Stevia. Sorry.
Did you also subtract it from... Because it's 20 feet. So did you also subtract it from the person who's in my dagger? The dagger thing has now ended.
Yes, but he doesn't go to sleep because he has more than what would be left over from her.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yep.
Right. Can I attack that person from where I'm at, or do I need to move down?
Having gotten up, you would be able to make an attack, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'll get up.
Yeah.
And make an attack with my warhammer.
Stevia rises.
For some reason, it's not working. Here. 25
25 hits.
for 7 bludgeoning damage.
7? Okay. That becomes
3, I guess.
big 3. I mean, he's not looking good. He is looking rough. You have roughed this fella up. And next up, it would be her turn, but instead it's going to be Sebastian's.
I'll step here. And I'll shoot at that guy with me crossbow. 11 does not hit. I'll hit with the other one. 14.
14, and you're attacking this guy?
Yeah.
14 does hit.
Okay, good. So 4 and then 2d6.
Oh yeah, that would be a sneak attack.
So
11
7
damage.
plus, yeah, so
halved.
5.
Yep. Okay, so he is very, very close to falling. But he is still teetering, standing up, almost like the axe is sort of balancing him and keeping him from falling back.
Got it. And I'll finish my movement and get closer to her.
Sure. Next up, Soren. We go back to the top of the order.
Okay. Spiritual weapon moves right behind this guy, and it's gonna just dive right in.
Sure. That sword comes over.
Ooh.
9 does not hit,
Okay.
unfortunately.
I am gonna swing at him then.
Okay. 12 does hit.
Okay.
5, so that would drop him down 2. He's real close. And is that your turn, Soren?
Yeah.
Okay, then it is him. And he is going to look at the person who just dropped his leader. And Stevia, you get an attack of opportunity. Because he is left. Oh, wait, Zach left. Oh, no, I shouldn't have done this.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You would not, because he would still be in your range. Instead, he's going to jump towards the fire
okay.
so
Yeah.
that Zach, I don't have to make a decision for a player. And he is going to attack you, Sybil, recklessly. Highest is a 22 to hit.
Oof.
I believe that hits. I have no reason to believe that it doesn't.
It does hit. Like, of course it hits. What,
Okay. That was
was there anything to say?
You take 8 points of slashing damage. And he just grits his teeth, and his blood is dripping into the fire, spreading on this stall. There we go. Next up, it is your turn, Sybil.
I am going to just say, I'm trying to think. You're a pathetic man, and whip out my rapier and try to stab him.
Okay.
14.
14 does hit.
Nice. It didn't. Did it roll damage? It didn't. But I'll try to fix that anyway. Roll 1d8.
I'll send you a thing how to fix it because I fixed mine.
6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. I just turned on auto roll damage for you. 6
Thank
damage
you.
halved still is enough.
Did you add dex to that?
Yeah, that's the +3.
Okay. I see.
Still enough. Sybil has dropped a second of these people in a row. Sybil dives in, stabs, he falls. So we will leave combat because this person is sleeping.
I'll gently tie them up while
Okay.
humming a lullaby.
Everybody make...
Real quick, did they have anything that like kind of gave away who they are?
Just all of their cloaks were the same color.
Okay.
Everybody make a perception check.
14.
20, not nat.
11.
Dirty 20.
Oh, sorry.
All of you but Soren
17.
look over, and there is a person in the same colored robe who has used some type of magic to snuff out the flame and has begun to cast mending on the spots that have been damaged in the fight on this stall. but makes no move against any of you. Is just
Oh, we're
focused
still
on
in
the
turns?
stall.
Sybil is going to
Still in
rush.
turns?
Are we still in combat?
No, you are not. Sorry, didn't hear you.
Okay. Sybil is going to rush over to Stevia and give her a hug. I'm so glad you're safe.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, girl. Appreciate it.
No problem. We have to stick together.
I'm also gonna take my second wind here. So it's a D10 plus 4.
And the robed person is pretty much right next to.
Yep.
This is the one we want to talk to. Okay. Or that's the one that's mending stuff. Don't know if they're friendly.
Yep. Oh wow. Yeah, you get 14 back. That's the best second wind I have ever seen.
Yeah.
Hey, Soren. I haven't been there enough. Let me teach you how to do a square knot real quick.
Would I know how to do a square knot?
I think you would, but it's your choice on whether you tell him or not.
I want to like take the rope and do the square knot
Oh, come on.
while he's trying to explain it.
Okay, make a survival check.
Is this guy still asleep, or did we kill that other guy?
Okay, Sebastian, in front of you, you see Soren tie a perfect
Wow.
knot.
You followed directions so well, Soren.
Do I need to teach you how to do any knots?
You can teach me how to untie the knot in my heart from not being there for you.
Too
Okay.
early. Too soon.
That's cool. Who is she? And then I want to like kind of kick the spear away from her just a little bit in case she wakes up.
Yeah, no, she's still asleep. And this woman over here, or sorry, this is a fella. This fella finishes up mending the stall. It is usable. Like, you could still use it to sell stuff out of it, just looks a lot worse. But he turns to you two and just says, "Please do not kill her." And then he starts to walk away.
I'm not gonna let him walk away.
What?
Just
You
walk away
attacked
like
us.
that. Yeah, if he's gonna move past me like that a few times, I'm gonna take some attacks of opportunity against him.
Oh, wow, okay. I
Not
guess
to kill him, but to knock him out or cripple him at least. I'm not gonna just let him.
Okay, I mean, if you, like, say anything, he'll stop.
Cease your movement. You attacked us. We did not start this fight, so it seems like you're the one that has to do some explaining here.
I'm sorry that they attacked you. That was wrong. It was not your crime that they had come to correct. For that, I'm sorry.
What crime were they coming to correct?
The woman who...
They almost killed me.
And I'm sorry for that. But the woman who ran away from here had hired a group of street toughs to scare the rightful owner of this stall away for today, so that she could conduct whatever business it was I suppose she was doing with you.
We weren't doing business with her. We were just simply looking at her wares. We thought she owned the cart.
Well, perhaps she was waiting for someone else. But our role in this city is to keep small-time merchants from being pushed out of their work by larger ones.
Do you know who she was?
We have an idea.
So you're the city guard then, yes.
No. We are not official in any capacity.
Then what?
They're the union.
Sebastian
I
screams.
Oh, I see.
But the person in charge of the stall was our contact, so like they knew our code phrase.
I don't know anything about code
I'm
phrases.
not saying that out loud. I'm
Okay.
not saying that out loud. I'm just postulating that.
There are Thorns contact.
We're the Thorns. Hey, Stevia, it's me, Sebastian. Did you know about
They
the
said
deals
they
going
were
on in
Thorns'
PetSmart?
Hey, I see that these people are back. Or did people
Have
leave?
you heard about the things happening at PetSmart?
Hey,
Buy
that's
one
the
treat,
far- that's the
one
far.
treat free at
No,
PetSmart.
no, that's not
today.
him.
Memorial Day.
No, most of the people have kind of cleared off. They seem like some of the shop people are coming back.
Okay, is the fruit shop person back?
Fruit shop person is there. Yes, he's very brave when it's not birds.
I like the conga
Okay.
line going on.
Yeah,
Where is the fruit person's focus?
he's staring at the woman who's asleep on the ground.
Okay. Where's the Pear in relativity to his eyesight?
He's not looking at that pair.
Okay, I use my mage hand to take the Pear.
Okay, make a sleight of hand check.
Okay. It's 30 cold.
I'd say with advantage, make a sleight of hand check.
All right. 11.
All right, you put that pair away.
Yep.
Who are you exactly then? If you're a union, I'd understand, but then you would come out right out and say it, wouldn't you? You wouldn't go to all these lengths of.
The rich in this city respond only to force. For not much gold, we offer protection.
I see.
All of these stalls will be shut down if no one shows up and says, "No, you can't sell here." It is the best. But you have killed 2 of our men. They attacked you. You were outsiders you did not know. The Serpent's children will not cause you any more trouble if you just leave Shala alive.
Okay, well, we're looking for someone in particular. Maybe you can guide us to them. You seem to have an in on some kind of underground dealings in this town, so maybe you can tell us where we could find the person we're looking for.
Make a persuasion check. With disadvantage.
Okay.
We're looking for a merchant specifically.
It's 4 as my disadvantage.
The only service I can provide you at the moment is keeping some of the battle-hungry members of my organization from finding you.
I think that's
Well, it
a
seems
good note
seems
to
to me
leave
that-
on.
we could keep all of your battle-hungry members of your organization to finding you if we just kill you and the other people in your battle-hungry organization. Is that correct?
He looks.
You can't tell them where we are.
He looks you in the eye, and you see that he is. I mean, this is a older man, and then he looks past you to the potion merchant, and then his eyes. He kind of turns, and he makes eye contact with every merchant at a stall, and he says, "They'll know."
Well, we could kill them too.
We're not
All
killing
right,
more
make
people.
a intimidation check.
Okay. Oh, 6.
He just smiles and says,
You don't seem like that type.
And we are not. We are not at all.
Well,
We-
that's fair, but we're just trying to find the person we're looking for. That's all we want, and then we'll be out of your hair.
Who are you looking for?
A merchant. How did she describe him again?
She described 2 people. One was a thief, one was a merchant. She would have given you his name if there had been a bit more time. But she said that he lived very close by, he sold very nice things, and that his house was a bit nicer than the other buildings around this area.
Let me ask you this: do you know how the ocean rises?
with the moon?
No, I don't think that's correct.
He was a richer merchant, better house. He was nearby.
I think I know where that would be. He points. He just lifts a finger, and if you are zoomed in on your map, please zoom out. He points over here at the house that is labeled Ornaments.
Got it.
That is the richest man here.
Thank you so much.
He
Knock
nods.
this guy out?
Nope.
So, Soren, this one is called a clove hitch knot.
Okay. Yep. I want to have a knot off with my brother.
All right, both of you make survival checks.
Okay. Oh, family. You are much better than I.
Soren finishes with a mediocre knot, and then Sebastian makes a absolutely horrible knot.
The trick with knots, Soren, is
This
to...
is a bowline knot.
It is a bowline. That is a bowline. One of the 6 most important knots that I have pulled up. The trick with tying knots, Soren, is to not be eating a pear while you're doing it, and I take a bite out of a pear.
As soon as you bite into that pear, this merchant you just see his body go rigid, and he starts looking around, but your back is to him.
Yep.
Is that like everyone around here has apples? Do they not have pears? Is that rare?
This is a one-pear town.
One pear town. They have a single pear.
Yes. Which is ironic, because the word pear.
And you're eating the single pear.
Shh.
You're eating both the pears?
This man comes around and just looks down at her and says, "May I take her?"
Yes, sorry.
Thank you.
I'm gonna wake her.
He leans down and wakes
I'm gonna
her,
wake her.
and then
Yeah.
covers her mouth as she gets up, her eyes going wide, and you can
Well,
tell
hold
that
on.
she's beginning to cast a spell as soon as she wakes up, and he just covers her mouth.
I said, don't wake her.
Give us 12 minutes to untie all these knots. Hold on.
Tied a lot of knots. Some of them are quite easy to undo, but
Yeah.
Some of
All
them are-
mine.
god awful.
Sybil's gonna lean over.
I told him not to wake her. I'm gonna attack her with an 11. That's probably not gonna do it.
It doesn't hit, no.
But it proves a point.
I definitely swing my warhammer in their direction.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, hey, remember, I have a warhammer. That's kind of the vibe that it gives off.
Is she still laying on the ground or is she standing?
She is laying on the ground. He has begun to untie her knots.
Oh, we untie her as well.
What were you gonna say, Sybil, before Stevie attacked?
Sybil leans over to Sora and says, "Why were you entertaining him?"
Oh, I can I hear that?
Make a perception check.
Oh,
And you did not hear it.
I did not hear it. I feel great.
You have you feel the same disturbance as the fruit merchant when you bit into that pear.
I was trying to show him up. I did. Twice.
I mean, yeah.
That's when Stevia swings her hammer. As soon as you miss with that, Stevia, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Okay. You can't move.
Okay.
The man, still covering her mouth with one hand and finishing untying her, he just says, "Let us go."
Yes, you guys, you go.
Carry
And as I
Moalin.
let him take her away, I'm going to put the pear in her hand, that has 2 bites out of it. And as they walk away, I say, "Pear thief!" And I walk away.
She just looks confused. And
I'm not allowed to speak? Can I speak, or am I just totally paralyzed?
You are completely paralyzed.
Okay.
The fruit merchant runs after them, but the two of them go over, and she picks up the smaller man because she's weakened, and the old man basically just drags the larger man. And the two of them leave. And as soon as they are out of sight for the rest of you, Stevia is able to move again.
Okay.
You okay there?
Yeah, I don't like that. That's the way that went down, but they did point us toward this ornament house, so perhaps we should check that out before we pursue them.
Oh, yes. The ornament house is where that merchant she was talking about might be.
Oh.
We did never get the name.
Should
I
we
will
take a
say-
short rest maybe and heal up a little bit? Do you think that'd be prudent?
That would be pretty good. I
I-
would like
I-
that a lot.
Time does seem to be of the essence. She said that we only had time to speak with one of them. So we have to make
Well,
a choice
sure.
between the thief or the rich person.
Yeah.
Short
About how
rest is
long
Only 10 minutes or so.
has this combat taken?
Combat took about 2 minutes, I think. No, not even
Okay.
that. It took less than a minute.
Yeah.
With some talking, probably about 5,
6
10?
turns per minute. So
Yeah, it was probably a few minutes after the fight.
Yeah, I mean, a short rest would be what? Is it 10 or is it 30 minutes?
Short rest is 30
an hour.
minutes to an hour. Yeah.
I could take one.
Okay. I think that will lose our chance at the thief, but it wouldn't lose our chance at the merchant.
Okay. Then your characters, unless anybody disagrees, will take a short rest, and we will take a short break. We'll be back in 10 minutes, and when I say we'll be back, I mean I'm gonna stay and try and say things while everybody else goes and takes a quick break.
And don't forget, when your dog's a hankering, a chewy toy, there's only one spot to go, and that's the smart choice, PetSmart.
Hey, welcome to PetSmart. Brian,
Come here.
now I have a very specific script in front
I
of
have
me.
a very spaghetti.
I have a very
Um,
spaghetti script in front of me. Now, is it true that at PetSmart you can get toys for your pets that won't make them have a deep hatred for people in positions of authority?
That is absolutely true. But the fun thing about PetSmart is it also has toys that'll give them a deep hatred of authority.
Wow.
Yeah.
I cannot believe this. This means
I know.
so much to me. Yeah, Emmy, are you doing Song of Rest?
Yep.
All right, so Song of Rest indeed. And there we go. Why don't I will just play our map info thing.
Cool.
And we'll just do that. So I will we'll mute. Everybody will go on mute, and we will meet back at 8 o'clock.
All right. See you then.
All right, be right back. Oh, got my own chat rules.
There's a reason the trade lands are called such. We invented it. Beside my homeland sits the now shrunken lands of Zeshan. Oh, it's had a few hundred names since the days when its empire held much of the world. Smartest people in the world, Zesha. But you'd be smart too, if the first people to put up walls around a cluster of houses were your ancestors a few thousand years ago. If your kid's talented or smart, that's why you'll be one to send them. If you take trade and commerce seriously, you want to get in good with the Shah. Above Zeshan sits a nation that broke off its first empire. Ursamer was carved out a few hundred years ago in a holy war, and it now stands ruled by a council dictated by their priests. With a single god, we're lucky there are many aspects of the big man that different folk in Ursamer pray to. Different sides of one coin with which to trade, hire to fight, or hire to kill. There's more to it than that, but none that matter. Ursamer has many enemies, and no excess of allies. Now the Spicer Coast. Home. You want freedom? Coast is for you. Riches? The place to be. A life on the most beautiful waves the world can conjure? Well, you know where to look. My city, Shaltan, is the young and hungry lion eyeing the king on top of his hill. That's Caspecia, for now. That's where the bulk of the power and the alliance of the Spicer cities lie. Again, for now. There are others, but most of us operate under the same laws. Mainly the law of staying out of each other's way.
The South is difficult to explain to outsiders. They think it hot, that there are too many different groups to keep track of. But in Mana, my brother knows that our differences are strength.
Don't give them
That it is
open
the sun that
borders.
keeps us alive.
Unless they're
In
offering
ancient
open
days,
borders.
the war
don't do
of
it.
tribes made us strong and tempered us for the peace forged by my family. In every other world power, they are limited by infighting, ancient grudges of a people
playing a
pretending
Twitch-
to be one.
A Twitch game too, but
In Mana, under our king, as once we were beneath
yeah,
the
you only
pharaohs
give
of
them
old,
open borders if
before the
they're
Jeshan came,
if it's mutual.
we are many
'Cause they'll
peoples
just use that
standing
to start
together.
a war. If not,
To our north there is the Udhara Desert, and the tribes within serve as a useful buffer to the northern world. They are secretive, patrolling a desert in which anyone else would get lost. Little of them can be seen or known to outsiders, but somehow any time they step out of the dunes to speak with us, they
you
know
play in
more
Japan?
about our side of the world than we can expect.
Okay.
To our east lie a pack of jungle nations banded into a kingdom, a
So
shadow
like
of our
Gans
own.
and Civ.
Young though they are, we know that we cannot ignore the threat they present. In battle they are fierce, and in trade they are deadly. No nation in the world ignores their goods, or their contracts.
Yeah, you need to take them. They're
They will, however, be brought
encroaching
to
on your
heel.
territory.
They're so worried about the color of their clothing and what it means for their priests
That's
that they
fine,
can't keep
but you
focused
should
very
take
long
that city.
on anything important.
Non-Madol.
The Jade Kingdoms is a
That's
name
on
given
your-
to our lands
that's on your
by what is now
interior.
Zeshan millennia ago.
You need to build up
The
your
first thing
military
traded
before
between
you
us
do
and the
that.
First Empire was a pot of jade, so that is what they called us for thousands of years. But we don't worry. Let them call us what they like, and all their gold can become ours. My land, Shuhan, is the most powerful in the region.
I think that's only if they're
We are not
workers
constantly at
or,
war with ourselves, aside from
settlers.
the failed coup d'etat a few years ago, and our hand is within each region of Walhan, be it by trade or cultural deployment. None can resist what a Shuhan merchant or storyteller brings before them. Though Zeshan perhaps puts down trade laws in writing, they are born within the walls of the imperial palace. And they would have to be.
You can make it
All
like
lands
a,
but two owe a great debt to our empire.
like an
Those
entourage
lands are
with
Zeshan
your,
and Shuhan itself.
settlers or builders.
What makes
but
Shuhan
then,
work
like, you can
is not the
join
blood in
other-
your veins
other
given to you
groups.
by your mother and father, but the fact that the sweat of those on the bottom rung actually get them somewhere. Much could be said about the land of Onkol. It has been at war with itself for some time.
No, I think you
Religious
surround
problems
them
giving rise
with
to
the
civil
units you
unrest.
have.
The Sultan rules and serves as a valuable ally to the Emperor of Shuhan, but he fights with priests of two different faiths for the sins of his father. Too much to control, and with resources spread too far to control it. Still, it is a beautiful nation, and pieces they place around Walhard move in most unpredictable ways. The Dazistrian steppe is home to nomads who ride horses and unleash clouds of arrows that spell death to any they find. They raid in Zeshan, Onkol, and even in Shuhan. Luckily, they're just as likely to fight each other, and through a few supplies or weapons can be convinced to start new clan feuds. So the surrounding nations have always had one shared agreement that will never break. Keep the clans at each other's throats. Because if they ever unified, the world would be
Alright, I
theirs
gotta
in the
go.
time
I'll
it
be
took
back in
their
like an hour or
horses
so.
to ride to each corner. On Wester Island, my people have lived for thousands of years alongside the Mishato, the Kiatoi, and the many groups of the South. Now the South has been absorbed by the Zolka, a group who came from a land as large as Walharn when they lost too many wars and found space they could find many victories. They have taken the mountain, the jungles, the plateaus, and absorbed the peoples they conquer into their ranks. An army with great power, better organized, and with wealth enough to trade with lands on the continent they've never seen. They expand and build and take in everything they find. If my people weren't strong, they would terrify me. My people are the Hakote. Once 3 tribes of humans, orcs, and elves, we came together in the face of the southern threat when they arrived. Once we were the Ha, the Ko, and the Te. Now we are one. Stories passed back by mercenaries or law speakers from my tribe that travel to the continent tell of nomads, riding tribes in flatland on the mainland of Walharn. And one thing is as true there as it is for the Hakote. Speed, the saddle, these are life. Without them we are lost. Without them we are the same as the people going around on their feet. And those people are for raiding.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I came back a little bit early just to kind of get ahead of things. Here I am. Rock me like a hurricane. I'm going to wait until I hear everybody confirm that they're here at their own time, their own pace. Made myself a margarita. This might get a little saucy.
Here I am.
Oh, there's Brian.
I am here.
There's Zach.
Hello.
There's Emmy.
Hello.
All right, we got
All these hurricanes are a-rockin'.
they are.
Whoa.
And Zach indicated that he is. Never mind. I'm
Don't
not gonna
have a
make that joke.
napkin.
All right, so you all have had a short rest. You all can go ahead and use them hit dice if you choose. Did you choose? Who all chose to? It looks like at least Stevia chose to go ahead and use some hit dice, and Sybil added 7 to the health you received. Is that correct? Is that all? Everybody else, you feel good about your hit dice situation? Oh, hey, I was muted. You all heard me when I joined in, but I was muted over Facebook. That was my fault. This is just a really chill stream where it's produced by an idiot, so it doesn't work. But so it looks
you
like
swore by the time of our next session you'd have
We're really
Twitch down.
I
Breaking
said
boundaries in this new stream.
I didn't say
We
first.
just don't stream.
To clarify, I didn't say by next session I would understand it. I said by our last session I would understand it.
Oh, that's
we-
fair. That's fair.
Unless
These are,
everything falls apart.
These are chill lo-fi beats to not study to because you're an idiot.
Yeah.
And there's nothing to study for now. It's over. The world is over. I mean, we're in
That's-
COVID-19.
That's true.
There's nothing to study for.
But in this world, the world of Walharn, there are currently a low number of plagues. So, did only Stevia use hit dice?
No,
Yeah,
Sybil
you-
also did.
Okay, I
Use
thought that
two.
was.
Two more
I know
far.
3 was the Song of Rest. Okay, so you got 10 back, and Stevia got 11 back.
I am at 40 of 43 hit points right now.
Okay.
Okay, not
How,
bad.
how is everyone looking? Is Sybil fine? Because when you got hit by lightning, so I was a little bit worried.
No, she's still pretty hurt. Barely not bloody.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna use another hit die because I think the next rest we'd take would probably be a long one.
Yeah, you should.
Oh yeah, I need to use a hit die. Speaking.
And
of
remember
which.
to add the 1d6.
Oh. I needed half of that.
I spend the entire rest looking for my fiance.
Yeah, make a survival check.
Are they your fiance officially?
Apparently.
As far as I can tell, 16. Love is on my side.
You see there is a little footprint in the shape of a shoe that seems like it would be the perfect size for your fiance, but then the track goes cold.
No.
And there you
It's a
go.
Cinderella love story.
I take a mold of the footprint.
All right. Okay. You have a mold of the footprint.
Okay.
With what? What do you have that you do that with,
what
actually?
plaster casting ability do you have here?
I do have leatherworking tools.
I
The
don't know about that.
rest of
might
you were
not
just
be it.
like sitting here next to the stall that was on fire while Sebastian is just rubbing cement over a little dirt print.
Should we stop him?
No, let him go.
This is a bit
Let him do it.
delusional.
I have candles. I'll use the wax.
Sure. Okay, and you get a pretty good, using that 16 survival, you get a pretty good facsimile of her shoe print. Which just got, if I put that anywhere in the tags for this stream, we're going to get flagged. But you all have...
For foot fetish?
Yeah, you can't have any sexual content on Twitch. And
TOS.
what'd you
No,
say?
it's just-
TOS, terms of service.
That's right. We've violated them. Just like PetSmart has violated the trust of millions by not having higher prices. You've taken your short rest. And it's your choice what you do next.
We should talk to the merchant now, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should go to this ornament building here and see. That's where we're directed to, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's correct. That's the rumor. All right, you all go over and walk in a beautiful little.
Let our bard take point here.
And with me, everybody at once, you go to the inside of this shop. And you are here. Oh no, I don't have your tokens set. But this is where you are. And it seems like most of what is being sold are like small trinkets. Very, very nice, like golden candle holders and stuff like that. But a lot of what is being sold are very, very fine rugs. Just the finest of rugs. And there is a very handsome man in early middle age behind the bar counter deal. That
Would you say this is a carpet smart?
Well, I would say that, but the prices are just too dang high.
I will. I'll defer to our bard, but I'll stand behind her menacingly as she asks her questions.
Do love that image. Where is? Does the man have a token?
Yes, he is right here.
He blends in perfectly.
Yeah, he does.
He's laying flat.
He's made of stone.
Stone man.
So Sybil walks over, and Stevia is just... And as soon as you all come through, he's like, sorry, the counter is where you don't come through here, but then you're all through.
Sorry, it
I'm
looks exactly like a wall.
Folding my arms.
I've had some trouble with the mapping software, so this is what we have for now. Hello, I'm... Pleasure to meet you. Would you like to buy a rug, or possibly a bauble? My name is Farzan.
Enchanté.
Enchanté. I don't know. That sounded lovely.
Perhaps we're looking for some information.
Okay, I don't sell information. I sell rugs or trinkets, baubles, that sort of thing.
But also information, am I correct?
How would I sell... I don't have any books, so I can't sell information, can I?
But you know things, don't you?
Sybil is going to cross her arms and sort of try to push up her cleavage.
Okay.
I do know a number of things. He seems distracted for a moment. Make a persuasion check, Sybil.
No!
No, I'm gonna.
He's gay.
I'll go with her so she gets advantage.
So Stevia behind also pushes up.
My Goliath. I'm gonna perk up my Goliath tits and
Those big naturals,
we'll give her
okay.
advantage.
Just in case he's
So
of a
I mean, you
different.
can roll again.
I mean, with that natural
Alrighty,
one,
I'm
I was
doing
just thinking that
X
he
as
was
well.
a ass man, but we'll see what persuasion check you. Oh wow, okay.
Ooh.
Both of you together.
My tits are very persuasive.
He was out, but just like Roscana outside, he's back in. And he kind of looks from both of you back to Sybil, and he says, "I know many things, but I don't trade in information. You understand?"
Well, we're looking for somebody very important, and we were told that you might know where they are.
I have a number of very important clients.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps that's what you mean?
His name... She's just sort of tapping her finger on her chin, looking up, trying to, like, look as attractive as she can. It started with an E.
Ezekiel. Yes, Ezekiel. Oh, not Ezekiel. Oh, I'm sorry.
An ES sound.
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel, yes, Ezekiel. The famed hunter. Yes, he does come in from time to time.
Not him either.
Ask him how the
I have a
ocean
question.
rises. I whispered.
What would we, like, would we know what Estefar looks like?
Yeah, you know what Estefar looks like.
Okay. What does he look like then?
He is a unassuming man. He looks like he is about 42. He has a very thick mustache. He is from Zashan, so he has a darker complexion. He has short hair. He keeps his hair very short. And the markings on his face are basically exaggerated drawings of arrowheads, one on each cheek pointing towards his nose, one on his chin pointing up, one on his forehead pointing down, and then one on his nose that basically conforms to the shape of his nose. To, like, the bottom is the tip of his nose, and then it goes up either side towards the base of his eyes.
He has tattoos on his face.
Oh, ES sound, tattoos on his face. Oh, you mean, Esaria. Yes, the wrestler. He's a very powerful man. I would understand, perhaps,
I'm a big fan of his. And she sort of puts her hands on her cheeks.
he's someone worthy of being a large fan of. I don't know where he is right now. I don't believe he's in the city, unfortunately. There are many wrestling events around town, however, and perhaps on a night sometime your friend and you and I could attend a wrestling match.
Really? You would pay for us?
I suppose.
Can you believe it? We're going to a wrestling match.
I don't think you should trust him. I don't think he's looking out for your best interests.
What was that, my little dove?
What? I didn't say anything. I don't know who you're talking to.
Oh, she's just always worried about me.
I'm just looking out for my friend here.
How tall is this guy?
He's about 5'6".
Okay.
5'6", that's nothing.
I like how he called the Goliath Little Dove.
He was being flirty.
Soren is fucking floored.
Excuse
He's
me.
looking up.
But two solid feet.
Could we go tonight?
Unfortunately, no, not tonight. The wife, you understand, he says.
I get it. And she winks.
Do you understand? Do you understand?
While this is happening, I'd like to say the word fly in every language I know.
Okay.
Does the rug fly?
No.
the rug stays firmly in place. I was so confused as to what you were trying to do.
That makes sense. I've never not tried on a rug.
Gross.
Yep.
So are you big wrestling fans, you two? Is that...
Well, yes, if you can take us ringside to find the person we're looking for, perhaps that could be a great night for all of us. Eh?
Well, I don't think... And he looks over at Sebastian and Sword and he says, I don't think they need to come along.
No, they won't be there. Don't worry.
It's just the two of us with you.
And it wouldn't be tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said. But I don't believe he is in the city. Like I said, that wrestler in particular.
Well, we just like
wrestling.
He's somewhere far away. I don't know.
A lot of wrestlers go to Japan.
Sybil is going to put her... I don't know if she can reach because Stevie is 2 feet taller than her, but she's gonna
I'm behind you though.
Yeah, she's gonna put her hand on probably what is your stomach, and she's gonna say, "We're just big fans. We just like to see the sport, you know."
I do know. I'm a fan myself. How about tomorrow evening? You beautiful
That sounds
ladies
great.
meet me outside of the shop at about sundown, let's say, and I can take us to a fight.
Oh, thank you.
Is that soon enough? Is that soon enough for us?
Yeah, that's fine.
What an amazing wrestler with that tattoo. It's sort of shaped like a seahorse that runs from one eye down to the chin.
I'm so sorry. A seahorse?
Yes.
A male or a female seahorse? Are they pregnant?
It does look pregnant, yes.
So a male seahorse. Okay.
Stevie, I think we need to abort this plan.
Oh,
I am all for abortion.
Thorin has his face in his hands.
Are you busy? We could do another night, of course.
No, we are looking for Estefar.
Nope. Yes, come with me.
His eyes just go...
Oh, that dog knows where Estefar is.
There's a dog in here.
Thunder strikes.
There's a dog
The
right
windows.
outside who's very disrespectful of his owner's Twitch stream. And his eyes just go black when you say Estefar.
I think we're looking for an Adam Sandler type. Estefar!
I don't understand that joke.
You're too young for Estefar.
I don't know what that means, if that's opera man or something. But he backs away from you. You need to go. Leave.
No.
I will call the gods. Leave.
We can bind your mouth before you're able to call the guard.
Gods! Gods!
No.
I cast
ocean-
silence.
I lock the door.
Okay. This door opens.
I love how... I will just say,
Casting
Sybil
sounds
does
and
love
locking
how
the door, so.
her brothers are just very, very for any plan that is kill people.
Guards, this man told me that these rugs could fly, and they do not.
So these two household guards appear. Basically, he shouts guards once, and then you just see his mouth moving like guards, 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 but he doesn't say anything as these two fellows file in. Roll initiative, even as you say, this man falsely advertised flying rugs.
Before we start initiative and stuff, the ocean rises backwards.
He looks at you just completely shocked, and then he tries to shout guards again.
That's no good.
6, 13, 10. A 9. Okay, so first up, it will be Stevia.
Alright, I'm gonna move into this guy here. And I will attack them with my Warhammer. For 11.
11 does not hit.
Okay.
And is that your turn?
That's my whole turn. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, just one more level, and then we'll be opening her up.
Yeah. I'll have a second attack that I can work with.
This guard that is by the door is going to turn and is going to swipe at Sebastian with his short sword. Just kind of a slash across the chest is all he's going for. That is a 22 to hit.
It hits aggressively.
That is 8 slashing damage.
I take it.
And they just shout, "Men! Downstairs! Entrance!" That is their turn. That was very loud. I'm very sorry. Sybil, you're next.
Guards be loud.
That's my favorite Sinbad bit of stand-up.
Guards, be loud!
Sybil whips out her rapier and goes for the man's neck. Just to, like, do that, like, anime thing where they point it right at the neck.
Yeah.
But not, like, pierce.
Is that a called shot?
I don't know what it is.
So, are you attacking him?
I did roll to attack.
I mean, you wouldn't have to roll to attack to just put your sword close to his throat.
Could I, like, slash at his legs and then put it to his neck? But not attack him with that move. The second.
Yeah, that takes your whole bonus action, so you can't do Bardic Inspiration or anything.
That's fine.
So you do 8 damage, and he's bloodied.
Fun. And then I'm going to look him in the eye and say, "Tell me where he is. Now."
He starts moving his mouth, but he doesn't say anything.
Speak!
And next up it is Soren's go.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what I can do with bonus action.
It's clangy drink action going on there.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. There's a whole lot of ice in this margarita. I'll mute it next time I bring this bad boy up.
That's fine. I've had almost an entire fifth of bourbon in this play session, so.
I drank a bottle of water.
Yeah, I've just been having water.
And ate a pear. Soren, what you got for me?
I'm trying to think.
I would also like to say I don't think Sybil knew that Soren casted silence, so she's very confused.
Just in front of this guy. Why are you silent? Why aren't you saying anything?
Speak! I'm very sorry to anybody who does not like high-pitched sounds or has dogs.
I don't think your voice is high enough, hun, that it's hurting dogs' ears.
No, but it is pretty high.
Okay. I think there's not really much I can do aside from just hit one of these boys.
Yeah,
this guy right in front of me. So.
These boys are made for hitting.
And that's just what they'll do.
What you'll do.
14 does
One
hit.
of these days, these boys will be hitting on you.
One of these days, these boys will get over their nerves, come out of the closet, and hit on Soren. Not today, though, because he does get hit and take that 8 damage. Is that your turn, Soren?
Yeah.
Okay. Then next up, Sebastian. It's your go.
Bonus action disengage. I'm going to back up over here. Wait, not right there. And then I will shoot at the one next to Soren.
Okay.
15?
15 does hit.
Okay. 9 plus 2. 11 damage.
Okay. He is bloodied, and he is on death's door.
Damn.
Sorry. And then
Oh, wow.
that ends my turn.
Okay. Next up, it is his turn. He just shouts, "They're down here!" And then he runs away from Stevia and Soren towards the door.
I want
Yeah,
to attack of opportunity,
on that,
but
right?
like sweep
We
his
both
leg. If
Yeah,
I get-
both of you would get an attack of opportunity. I don't think it's come up in any of our games. You have to declare
22.
non-lethal before you roll damage.
I'm declaring
Oh,
on
that's
lethal.
lethal. I'm not declaring.
Jesus.
Okay, so you knock him down, Soren,
18 total.
non-lethally, and then Stevia's Warhammer just smashes his head in.
I'm gonna smash his brains in.
Yep, and you do. And he falls in a puddle of red mist onto the ground.
As he
And-
should. We
Mist?
still have some others.
Yeah.
We still have some others we can question. It's fine.
We can roll him up
Question.
in the rug.
And this guard just shouts, "Azrak, why?" and like pins himself to the wall in fear for a moment. But then we go back to the top of the initiative order. Stevia, it's your go.
Alright, I'm gonna approach this guard here and attack them with my Warhammer. For 26. That's gotta hit.
26 does indeed hit.
For 7 bludgeoning damage.
7 damage. Looking pretty rough for this guard.
Just gonna whack him as hard as I can.
Yep. Okay. Next up, it is his turn. He is going to respond with a attack on
Alright.
you. Natural 1. He drops his short sword after it hits your
Does
chainmail.
not hit.
It just reverberates through his entire body, and he just has to let go.
Yep, and there you go. That's his turn. Next up, it is it would be Sybil's turn.
Just, I won't continue hurting you if you just tell me where he is or any information you have about him.
He says, with no sound. He just looks like he's scatting.
She just
Weird
screams,
jazz.
"Why won't you speak?"
It's a weird jazz.
And is that your turn, Sybil?
No, I think she's gonna sheathe her rapier and then just walk to the entryway of the other room and be like, "He's not talking. He cannot talk.
He's silenced
Why would
Magically.
you do that?"
to stop him from calling the guards, but it didn't work. And now one's dead.
Guys, family doesn't fight.
They should be dead. though.
Shut up.
Jesus.
Killed one.
And that's my turn.
I can read a room, guys. I get it.
All right.
We're just gonna leave one alive. We're good.
Soren's up next.
Yeah, they got that guy. Just actually, if I go around, no. Yeah, might as well go over here and just hit this guy
Yeah, just kill the guy in front of me.
non-lethally.
Yeah,
Just
try to
trying
take
to
him
like
down.
21 hits, 5 non-lethal damage. He is bloodied, but still alive and up. Is that Soren's turn?
yes.
Okay, Sebastian.
I'll move here. Can I move through this?
You
I
can,
lost me. I can't touch me anymore. Can I go through that door?
yeah. No, you can't. It closed behind him.
Is it openable?
It is openable, but he will probably get an attack of opportunity in the time that it takes for you to open the door, I think. So you can if you choose. I guess.
Yeah, let me do that.
Does he still have his sword though?
He doesn't. He's just going to punch Sebastian. He got a 14 to hit.
Okay. That doesn't hit.
Okay, he tries to punch you and you just duck.
Okay. So I walk through that door. I'll bonus action dash so I can have more movement.
Okay.
And I'll go here. into the darkness.
It is a kitchen.
Oh fuck. Um.
Looks like
All right.
there was some people were
What's she doing about
eating
cooking?
snacks.
Are there
Fruit
other guards in
snacks?
here?
Nope.
I will cast Disguise Self and make myself the guard that we killed.
Okay. Who is still right here, for context.
Okay. Is there any other doorways in here?
Nope.
Fuck, I'm in the wrong room. All right, I come back out here as the guard we killed.
Okay. And you come out disguised. Hey, everybody, a new guard just walked in. That's Sebastian's turn. Next up, Stevia, your turn.
Quickly, do I realize it's the guard we just killed?
I'd say make an insight check. Sebastian, make a performance check.
Mm-hmm. Nope, that's perception. And 12.
Sebastian walks out jauntily, not like a real guard would in this situation. So if your insight check, I would say your insight check is within the realm of putting it together that he has made himself look like that dead guard.
Also, I have a hawk on my shoulder.
Yeah. Zach, what was your attack roll?
Oh, I'm gonna attack the person right in front of me for 13.
13? 13 does not hit. You attack and he sort of blocks it with his shield. You can tell that is a lot of weight on that little boy arm.
Alright.
And
That's my home.
next up it is his turn. He is going to turn and try and stab Sebastian, who is now a guard that he recognizes as his dead friend.
Did he pick up his sword?
Nope, just punching. It's a natural one. He sprains his hand against your your fake visage.
Yeah.
Doesn't even hit you, actually. He just sprains his own hand, just cuz. But then, behind you, Sybil, 2 guards sprint into the room. But that's their end of their turn as well. Now it is your turn, Sybil.
Please just tell us where he is or anything.
You drop silence, right, Soren?
Yeah, I think I would have by now, because I realized it wasn't helping.
You can't make me talk. My gods will see to that.
A persuasion or performance can convince him?
I would say intimidation at this point. So make an intimidation check, Sybil.
30-20!
Ooh, nice.
He looks at his guards and he puts up a hand to see if they'll stop, and he says,
To the east. In Sunken Valley. In a temple.
What temple?
I don't know.
So we have an Electrolane song to go by.
All right, thank you so much. She sort of just pops right back up and she walks. And she says, "We're done here."
and then he says, "Gods, kill them!"
Well, that's
Now that
fun.
was a mistake.
I don't think that's in your best interest. I yell.
I don't know if I took all my movement because I don't know where I walked from. I walked
You
from up there.
were... yeah.
Here.
Well, at least I walked away before they moved in on me. Didn't say end my turn,
You did not.
so I am going to just... I'm going to give you guys bardic inspiration, each one of you. And she's going to sing, "Let's make this quick." More of a sing-songy voice, whatever.
Can you give everybody bardic inspiration?
I think you can only do one
only
bonus
do one?
action.
Dang, that's right. I'm going to give it to Stevia.
Okay, I didn't know if you had a lore bard.
I'm gonna use it right now on that intimidation that I just rolled.
Okay, what do you say, Stevia? To intimidate. Or what do you do to intimidate? With
I
your
roll 14, and I just kind of pull myself up to my full height and brandish my shield and my warhammer and say, "Let us go! We've learned all we need to know, and we'll be moving on now."
Okay. One of the guards seems to kind of stop. The other guard doesn't show any signs of not fighting you.
Well, if you feel the need to die, we can do that too.
Okay, Soren, it's your turn.
Okay. I think I know what I'm gonna do.
And then there's a angry dog outside.
Okay.
It's a different dog than the first time.
I'm just gonna make a non-lethal attack on this boy in the corner.
Yeah. 11 does not hit.
Okay.
You have caved in this door, though.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move then.
A bit at. Is it this door?
Sorry, what was that?
What door do we come in from?
This door.
This one.
Okay.
I am walking away from that corner now, so he can attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it has been since his turn. Yeah, he rolled a 15 to punch you.
I think he does hit, it just doesn't do anything.
Yeah, he punches you in the armor, and he has done a lot of... He's hurt his hand.
Yeah, and I just kind of want to stand menacingly looking down at this guard right here.
At the dead guard?
No, this guard right here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, okay. You
Staring him down.
stand very menacingly. And Sebastian, it's your turn. Guard Sebastian.
Friends, calm down. There's been a doppelganger problem, and then I shoot this guy.
What? What are you doing, Farouk? Says this guard.
What'd I do? Oh, nope, that's a 9.
9 does hit. He's a merchant. He sells rugs.
4 damage.
All right, you've killed this man.
Okay, and then I use my bonus action to shoot this guy.
Farouk, what are you doing? 21 hits, 8 damage.
8 damage.
He's dead.
I have and I say, these good Samaritans have helped us stop them. All of these doppelgangers.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay, that makes sense. 23 and a 12, so 12.
What? Farouk, what's happening? What do you mean?
Look at my dead body. There are clearly doppelgangers.
But wouldn't it turn back? Don't duplicates change back?
Not these kinds.
Technically, his head is a thing of mist, so he could have just been wearing armor. Just want to give that a little bit of information.
How much do you truly understand about doppelgangers? Also, you see, we're experts in doppelgangers.
Are they
and
changelings? They're just doppelgangers.
We're trying to track down the man who put all these doppelgangers
Two
here.
more guards come into the room. They say, Farouk, get away from them. They're going to attack you.
No, these are friends. Fear not. These doppelgangers have run amok in the town. You can't go outside ever again.
Never?
Never.
That seems unrealistic.
I know, at least a
There's
month.
also a plan.
You need to be quarantined for at least 2 weeks.
I feel like that's going to become a lot longer.
Wear a mask if you
Going
go
to
outside.
feel much
6
longer.
feet of...
Trust me.
Guys,
We've seen these outbreaks all across the Shan.
We have to flatten the doppelganger curve.
You can only do that by staying home. Stay home, truly.
I I am a Zeshan citizen and no one tells me what to do.
In the Constitution. Point out in the Constitution where it says I should stay home.
I am allowed to
hell,
go to the
even us
bazaar
being
without a
here.
mask. You make another persuasion check this time. Even though you should have disadvantage, just roll normally because you're getting help.
19. No, 19.
All right.
It's a big one.
They all sheath their swords at the same time.
Yes, I use my Skyrim ability of crouch and make everyone forget about me.
I suppose, Farouk, you were best man at my wedding.
That's true. What a good wedding.
Well, it was a... Hold on. It was a disastrous wedding.
No, but that was great for me. I'm a prankster. I'm Farouk.
That's true. That's classic Farouk. Look, I guess, you know what, Farouk, why don't you escort these helpful friends of ours who dealt with the doppelganger problem away from our master's house, and we'll see if we find the real version of him, since this was clearly a doppelganger.
No, he ran. Yes, he ran out to another country. All right, well,
this
you guys,
guard
I'm going to
comes
escort
over
these
and
guys.
whispers something to this guard who's been speaking to you. But he just goes, no, I don't think so.
Could I hear what they're saying?
Yeah, you can hear them. Oh, wait, you mean in the whisper?
Yes.
Probably not.
Fine.
Well, you all go on. Have a wonderful day.
Y'all take care. I'll see that they go as far away from here as possible.
Remember, be vigilant. Anyone could be a doppelganger.
That's true.
Even amongst you. Do take precaution.
Yeah.
And Soren is going to walk out the door.
Yep. As I walk out, I say, kill first, ask questions later.
And as Sybil walks out the door, she looks back and blows them a kiss and casts sleep at a second level.
Okay. Whoa, 23. Yeah, the dude who was on your side goes to sleep. And the rest of them are all awake. And the guy who whispered something to him says, yeah, that's what I thought. Attack! And runs
And
forward.
we're outside, Soren. We nailed this one.
The other two, he's going to attack you, Stevia.
I think the door is still open and I'm just watching. And my jaw just drops.
All right,
Let him
22.
attack me, that's fine. Oh, that is.
22 to hit you, Stevia.
I thought that would go
That
differently.
works.
You take 5 points of slashing damage.
Oh, that is shit. That's fine.
The rest of them are all bundled up behind the counter. I guess we'll just go back into the initiative order. So, Stevia, you're up first.
I'm sorry.
You said -5? Okay.
Yep, 5 damage.
Alright, so I'm just gonna attack the one that's closest to me and then retreat after that.
Sure.
Okay. 19
Hits.
for 9 damage.
Okay, yeah, he's looking pretty rough.
Alright, and I'm gonna kind of pull back as far as I can here.
Okay, yeah, you get back there.
The one on the rug's the dead one, right?
Yep, I'll delete him now that he doesn't matter. Next up, it is the guy back here. He is going to rush through. It's 10 feet, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to attack you, Stevie.
Okay.
That is a natural 20.
Okay.
It's alright. It's minimum roll. So you take 6 points of damage.
Alright, I'm still looking pretty good.
That's his turn. Next up, it's this guard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is within range to attack you, Stevie. That
Alright.
is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
I need to shake my d6 more dramatically, apparently, because he only does 3 points of damage.
Alright, still looking pretty good.
Okay, next up, it is Sybil's turn.
That definitely didn't go how I thought it would. I say we just run.
Okay.
Is everyone else good with that?
You maybe want to heal me as a bonus action before you run?
Oh yeah, totally. So sorry
Okay,
about
go.
that. And then yeah, of course, healing word.
That'd be great.
Okay, you get 8 health back, Stevia.
Alright. 2.
And then I run away.
Cool. We're good.
Okay, Stevia runs away. Do you run just your full 30 feet?
I don't run away yet.
Sorry,
I'm
Sybil.
still-
It's the first time it's happened, and guess what? It's going to happen a whole lot. 4 S's.
So many S's.
I believe because I took a bonus action, couldn't I do a dash as my action?
You could, yeah. Get 60
Okay,
feet away.
I'm gonna get 60 feet away.
Okay. Next up, it is the sleeping
Oh,
guard.
as I'm running, I want to run through that the area, the market area, and I'm gonna start screaming and crying, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh, he attacked me! He attacked me!"
Okay, make a deception check.
Wouldn't it be
Persuasion. You have been attacked, I think. I don't know if you
Performance?
have for sure. No.
You want me
Persuasion.
to make a persuasion?
Yeah.
17.
All right, pretty good.
Pretty solid.
I mean, it would be the same stat rolls for performance.
No.
Oh no, you have expertise. I'm sorry. Well, but it was a persuasion. Okay, yeah, you scream he attacked me, and people are just like, that poor woman who just killed 2 people here. She's been attacked. Next up, Soren.
Okay. Fuck.
Continue the bit.
I'm gonna cast Fog Cloud right here.
Okay.
So a 20-foot radius of fog on that point spreads around corners. Area is heavily obscured.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, that Marg is really hitting me. So.
You said 1?
and I am going to run.
Okay.
Continue the bit.
And I'm going to scream, "They've stolen guard's armor! They're pretending to be the household guard. They're robbing the ornament shop."
Okay. You shout that too.
I'm going to scream that as loud as I can.
Okay. And there you go. Next up, Sebastian. It's your turn.
Well, it's heavily obscured. Obscured. That means I cannot see the guards from where I'm at.
You cannot either, no.
Yeah, I will go right here and ready an attack for when a guard comes out
Okay.
of the fog.
This guard walks wildly into the fog, but nobody knows about that except for me. Stevie, it's your turn.
Can I attack the person directly in front of me, or is it still obscured?
They're obscure. They're close enough. I think you can see 5 feet in front of your face in a heavy fog, I think, so
Okay,
you would still be
I'm
able
gonna
to
do that.
attack. 16 hits.
For 16?
11
For
hits.
11?
Yep.
Okay. How are they looking?
Oh, that guy's bloodied. You draw
Okay,
blood
I'm
with
gonna
your
use my action.
blunt weapon.
I'm gonna use my action surge to attack again.
Okay.
For 27, that's a crit.
Yeah, natural 20. Okay, go ahead.
So is that full damage or is it double damage?
That
You
will
did that.
be... I like to do double damage, so...
Okay. So that's 38.
No, that's a 20 roll that you just did.
Oh wait, sorry.
So that is a
32.
14 plus 5. Yeah. Wow. So you do 19 damage to this guy who was at 9, and he falls over dead in the fog.
I'm gonna pull back one step.
Okay. This guy goes towards the door and then sees that you're there and is going to turn and attack you.
Okay.
He got a 19 exactly.
That'll hit.
Does 5 damage to you.
Okay.
Slashing. Next up, Sybil, you're out and about. Soren has left. Sebastian has left. Stevie is still back in that mist.
I think, is the jerky man still out? He's still tent on his cart. Sybil runs up to him and she's faux weeping. She's like, they started attacking us, and they became red mist, and then my friend's still back there. I don't know what to do, and they killed the owner of that shop. Please help.
Make a performance check since you're crying. 17. He goes, oh no. Come on, fellas, let's go save that customer. And he runs off towards the mist with nothing in his hands. And nobody joins him.
Not even any hard ass jerky.
Yep.
I meant like get guards.
Just a big dry jerky leg.
I mean, he's like a big old Chicago guy.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I feel
He's
better now.
Chat represent. I didn't know.
That jerky man was Kimbo Slice.
The highest level monk in this world. Soren, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm about 30 feet away from the door.
Yeah.
I'm going to ready a spell in case one of the guards comes out of the fog.
Okay.
So I'm going to ready Toll the Dead.
Sure.
Nice.
You can Toll the Dead ready. Next up, it is Sebastian.
Sebastian. Nobody's come out. Okay. Yeah, I ready my attack again.
Okay.
I spend my movement making it look like I'm a guard that came out to smoke a cigarette with 2 crossbows in his hand.
Okay. Fair enough. This guy tries to go through the door for his turn. He runs into Stevia.
Blocking it.
He will attack Stevia. Natural 20.
Yeah, that's fine.
Again, not a whole lot. You take 7 points of damage. Slashing. And
Not 20.
now it is your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna strike the guy to the right of me.
Sure. It's the one who you haven't hit.
10.
10 does not hit.
10. Okay. Well, that's all I can do.
Okay.
I'm still gonna block the door.
You can run. You run.
No, I'm
No.
gonna keep this door blocked.
Okay.
I can't let him get to you guys.
Very sweet.
Next up, it's this fella. He's gonna attack you.
All right.
Yes, you're right there. It is a 18 to hit, so he misses.
No, I'll not do it.
How bonkers is it that he misses with an 18, huh?
Well, I've been hit like 6 times in a row, so I feel like it's not super bonkers.
Of course, you feel that way. I, however. But then that is his turn. Sybil, it's your turn as the sausage king of Suktra runs away.
She's going to continue with the performance, and she's going to say, guards, are there guards?
There are guards, but the guards seem uninterested.
She runs over to them, then.
Okay. There's a guard standing with the spear.
Oh, excuse me. I got an apple in my mouth.
No, they have a different
I've been eating
token.
an apple for hours, so excuse me.
They have all the pairs. That's why they're so rare. It was a landed caste system.
Ma'am, don't look at my pair.
Only one, ironically enough.
She's gonna continue her act, and she's gonna say, "Please help my friend. They just started attacking us, and they killed the owner. Please."
Okay, new performance check.
Oh, that's perception. I hit.
All right, and he gets up on his spear and says, "Let's go, boys," and they take off in a light jog. Next up, for his turn, Soren and Sebastian, you see the sausage vendor come into view, and he just runs into that fog cloud. And he will roll to attack with nothing in his hands. He does hit the guard. Punches the guard. Does max damage in his punch,
fists.
which is 1 damage because he's a peasant. There we go.
Peasant.
And I'll give you the what's who.
Yeah. Just comes in. Ah, you don't
Take that, fella.
go Cubbies, and then he punches him.
He just looks exactly like the Notre Dame logo.
Yeah. Okay, next up it is Soren's go. Your spell just kind of fizzles.
Yeah, I was gonna drop it anyway. I guess now that that guard has taken 1 damage, I'm going to cast Toll the Dead. At him.
Yeah. Can you see him?
If it's within 60 feet and I'm dropping concentration on Fog Cloud.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Toll the Dead. How is it?
Wisdom saving throw. What's your DC?
DC is 15.
He fails.
So he takes 1d12.
Oh yeah, he did take that big old 1 damage from
1
your
damage.
pal, the sausage vendor.
What a combo.
Wow.
That is 11.
Okay, he is bloodied.
Combo.
And Toll the Dead, I literally just do a Yu Yu Hakusho Spirit Gun,
Yeah,
and I point at him.
gotcha. Nice. The
Not
best
even a
anime.
Spirit shotgun.
Do I get my shot on him?
I'm only a level 4. I can't do a Spirit Shot.
Okay, that's fair.
What were you saying, Brian?
Do I get my shot on him since I can see him now?
What was your exact trigger? I'm sorry, I forget.
When I see him, I want to hit him.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah. Right.
Hold on, let me just check something here.
Okay.
I don't think you see him, actually.
Okay.
Sorry, just trying to be
No problem.
trying to be
No,
fair.
fine. That's fine. Because he's in the doorway, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
like Soren
problem.
would be able to see him, I think, from his angle.
Okay. But then it's my turn, right?
It is your turn. So now that you see the fog is
I'll
dropped,
go
you can-
here.
Yeah, you have perfect line of sight on him.
Okay. And I'll shoot. 12.
Does not hit.
I'll use my bonus action shot. 21.
21 definitely hits. I like the name of your crossbows, by the way.
Thank you. Truth and consequences. 7 damage.
That's
Plus.
Oh yeah,
Is he dead? Yeah. Plus 3.
he drops. Your bolt just hits him right in the throat, and he falls back like stiff as a board.
Light as a feather, though.
Nope, not light as a feather. Otherwise, he would float. This guard who's in the doorway just sees the Sausage King, thinks about attacking him, but instead decides to stay on Stevia. Natural 1. He attacks you.
will
The sword
not do
bounces
it.
out of his hand and hits the Sausage King in the throat.
No!
Sausage King.
And let me roll this damage because he can die. He's dead.
Our actions have consequences.
He's dead.
A lot of
That sounds
diamonds.
good.
No!
I feel like I should be in a rage at this turn of events here.
It is your
The
turn.
Sausage King is dead.
It is your turn. The Sausage King is dead. Long live the king.
Well, I am
How
going to
dare
attack this motherfucker with my warhammer for 12. That's not super strong here.
12 doesn't hit. Do you have no, you used it on intimidation.
I used my action surge and everything that I could do. So.
All right, there's your turn. Next up, Sybil. You are 60 feet. You are far more than 60 feet away. You're like 80 feet away.
Yeah. And did I see the Sausage King go down or no? Because it's.
I think you would have line of sight of him. I have not taken you back to the map to make you able to figure out where you are, so I'm sorry about that. But
No,
I
it's
would
fine.
say that you have line of sight on your brothers. You probably can't see Stevia because she's in the doorway.
Okay. She is going to run 30 feet and then cast Healing Word at a 2nd level, but I don't think I did that, so I would just do an extra 1d4. And it's going to be for the Sausage Man. However, I don't know how to work this thing, so there we go. Now I can do. He gets 10 points of health back, the Sausage King.
He's dead.
What? Is he like dead?
He's dead.
Doesn't he
No.
get a saving throw?
They don't get death saves. not
He's
DCs.
dead. He's not one of you all. The thing that makes you all special is you can get hit by an enemy who intends to kill you and then come back.
If you want that healing word to go on me, that'd be okay.
I give it to Stevia. Yeah.
Okay.
I do like you
Combat
spending
credit,
your
credit
entire
credit.
turn though, like just hitting him in the chest, like, no, wake up! You won't die on my watch.
Come back to me, Sausage King.
Coated in blood.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna pull out my rapier and ready in action if one of the guards comes.
You are currently
Yeah.
off the map in terms of...
I know, but actually, I'm not gonna do anything then, because then
I'm just...
I
He
gotta
would,
get
he would
dash
have to...
forward.
He would have to dash to you to get to you.
Yeah, and I'm like 80 feet away. You said.
So you would be about 50 feet away.
Yeah. Okay.
Did I get 10 HP? I just want to know.
You did get to
Yes, you did.
Okay, cool. We're good.
And I guess I'll just also use the rest of my action just to get even closer.
Sure. Okay, so you would be at about 20 feet away from your brothers.
Yes.
Okay. Then next up, it is Soren's turn.
Where are those guards that Sybil got a little bit earlier?
Because she dashed, they're about where she was. They are not... Maybe they're probably close to the end of their shift, so they're kind of like, all right, I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it slow.
Okay.
Could we yell a man died?
A man died. The
Just
Sausage
going
King
to-
is dead.
Yeah, I was going to shout. They've killed the Sausage King. You need to run.
Make
and
a
as I
persuasion
do that-
check to see if you want to tell these guards to leave.
No, as in like you need to run, move quicker.
Okay. Yeah, make a persuasion check with advantage because they were big fans of the Sausage King. 19. All right, they pick up their pace.
Okay.
A little hustle in there, bustle.
I'm going to get 25 feet, and I'm going to cast another Toll the Dead on that house guard in the doorway.
Sausage King.
Okay. Another Toll the Dead. That's a Wisdom saving throw.
So
He
15
gets a
DC.
natural 1. You double that damage.
Is he injured?
He is. Yeah, Stevie hit him.
Okay, so that is 22 damage.
Okay. You have killed him. He falls over dead. The guards roll up on you all having killed all these guards and say, whoa, the Sausage King, he's dead. Oh no.
He was so brave.
He was the best of
He
us.
He
Lizard
can't
jerky
help.
was
No one else
amazing.
would.
Everyone, take a knee.
Soren is going to.
One of the guards comes
like-
forward, takes off
Plant
his...
your flag for the Sausage King.
Soren is actually genuinely going to offer a prayer for the Sausage King.
Do you say it out loud?
No, just like a silent prayer. He's just going to kneel down and
Yeah.
kind of like
As you do, one of the
Is there
guards.
anyone left in this
axe
building?
on the ground.
As you do, one of the guards comes forward, takes off his helmet, puts it to his chest, and just sings, "I will remember you. Will you remember me?"
Sybil's gonna start playing her flute. Tune with it.
Soren puts away his axe and pulls out his lyre and
And
starts jamming, giving this ballad towards the Sausage King.
is Stevia singing in person now, or in character?
Yes.
Stevia finished the song. Okay. Did somebody ask if there were any more guards or anything?
Yes, I did. Is there anything left in this building?
No one is coming in the building. You do
There's a
see
sleeping
there is
guard.
you do see far off there is a woman
There's a
crying
kitchen.
over the body of the merchant you killed.
Oh no.
That we killed, or that the other people killed?
You all killed the merchant. Sebastian killed the
The
merchant.
crazy guard.
Speaking of that, I'm gonna walk around this building over here, and I'm gonna drop this guy's self, and I'm gonna walk back and be like, "What happened over here?"
Sybil's gonna turn and she says, they started attacking me for no reason.
Oh,
We had to
poor-
defend ourselves.
You poor young woman. I'm so sorry. They must have been... Are those doppelgangers?
What?
Those look like...
Doppelgangers?
They look like doppelgangers.
Some of the guards just went mad. They killed the merchant
All right.
and the Sausage King.
Sebastian, make a performance check with advantage.
Hold on. 14?
The guards just look down and they say, "You all get out of here. We need to get this place cleaned up."
Yeah.
But shouldn't we search it in case there's anything? Like, there's a kitchen over here. Maybe.
No, please. I understand that you all were in there to buy
Okay.
something, but maybe come back. His wife might be willing to sell you something. God, this is going to be so much work to do. And that's where we'll leave the session for the night.
Did he tell us where to find her guy?
Yes, east.
Yeah, I know, I
At
have
a
it.
temple.
East.
East Sunken
Towards the
Valley
east.
Temple.
Okay. Alright.
All right, you all have all that information. So, hey everybody, we've finished playing. So, that's good. That's a good thing that we've done. We finished playing for the night.
We nailed it.
We have indeed played.
Crushed it.
So, this group will be playing again after 5 sessions. We are going to have another game with the knight characters, but for the 4 players who are suspiciously not here. That will be this Wednesday, and then by Wednesday we will have decided if we're going to be having a game this weekend that you'll be able to tune into. You all, the people on this stream who are watching. But
Are you talking about Tech with Gary and
with Gary, yeah.
QKRDNJS1,
Yeah.
who both want to become famous?
they're my best friends. They're offering to let me buy followers, and I'm considering it. You all will be able to tune in and see the Order of the Lion's Hope and what they're getting up to. And then after that, we will have a return with our 2 adventuring groups, and then we will have another Lion's Hope game, and then we'll have another Thorns game. So
I would like
Pending-
to apologize for the events that occurred that led to the death of the Sausage King.
Yeah.
Poor Sausage King. I really shouldn't have.
it was his time. You know, he had high cholesterol. He was probably going to go soon.
But lizard jerky is not too high in cholesterol.
It's the you didn't look at the other stuff that he had on that stall.
Okay. Yeah, that's
It,
fair.
it
He had-
still
he
doesn't
had to
feel
become-
right.
He had to become a martyr to inspire a nation.
Yeah, you know, people keep. Gail Simone wrote a essay on putting sausage vendors in refrigerators. But
Well,
It is strange
she had
just
reason
the
to.
level of a pedestal they put him on, considering all of these people only eat apples.
that is true.
He was their only source of non-apple produce.
He's
of any
the
sort
only
of
source
food.
of protein in the whole village.
Well, everybody, thanks for watching. We'll be back Wednesday.
Thank you, PetSmart, for sponsoring us.
Well,
Yep.
we got to do our sign-off phrase. We'll be back Wednesday at 6, and we're going to have that sweet, sweet sign-off phrase right now. So everybody, please, on the count of 3, we're all going to say it together. 1, 2, 3. I am
Sausage.
legally
Thank
obligated to
you,
tell you
PetSmart.
that I am not
Yeah,
actually
that's- it
sponsored
was
by
sponsored by
PetSmart.
PetSmart.
Bye,
We
everybody.
love you.
Have a good
Thanks
2
for
days.
not letting my dog starve.
Dog food.